let's see, I'm gonna pull up the questions here. And then cool, we're gonna start with introductions because I keep on forgetting to tell the guests that.
Also,
I always forget to do.
I'm recording already, so whatever they say, they can hear that in the future. Secret YouTube viewing.
Let's a secret YouTube.
Secret conversation.
And every time I disconnect, I speak to the future viewers of YouTube. Hello, future viewers. That's only a secret message for you.
Hello, YouTube.
Hey, YouTube.
I can scribble.
I can scribble.
I'm trying to find where's the button to switch over. Guys, it's been a while. Okay, we switched over.
Nice.
I figured it out.
Omelette.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 8th episode of
Good evening.
vTuber podcast. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good time zone.
Time zones. Woo!
Good time
zones.
Today we have your host, Nix Oleander, Mimic, and then our guest, Kuhu Kai.
Hello. How are you two?
Awake.
That makes one of us.
Awake.
Awake, alive, surviving.
Awake, alive. Yes. How are you two today?
I'm here. I'm great.
You're here.
I'm surviving.
I'm trying to remember how to write on Discord that we're here. I'll put
right
it in
on
the live.
Discord we're here. That tells you what it's been a morning, a day, an evening for all of us. We're all actually all three of us are in different. Yeah, we're all in different time zones.
Yeah, it's like what Arbo for you right now, Nick, and morning for Nix, and it's like 10 for me.
3 p.m.
Yeah.
Live with the 8th episode on Nix's channel. It has been tweeted on Discord.
It has been tweeted on Discord.
Yeah, and hello to our viewers. Hello Fedora. Hello Jera. Hello Fumi.
Hello Vera.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good time zones. Why don't we get started with introductions? Mimic, would you like to go?
Hello everyone, surprise attack. I am MS Elboim, a D20 Mimic VTuber in human form. I'm doing D&D, tart reading, gaming. I had a birthday yesterday, I got a lot of games. I'm gonna try them today.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. It's my first birthday as a VTuber. And I didn't do anything special. Well, we started a new D&D campaign yesterday, which was really fun. Yeah, so now I have 2 weekly things. I have this podcast, and there's a D&D campaign that's gonna be weekly with the same people. And I think that's gonna be a great lesson for the coming days as a VTuber. That you want more stability, you want more things that repeat the same thing every week but grows slowly, instead of what I've done so far, which is more of a variety, random things every day. I gotta find the balance. Hello. Don't open the door.
In.
And hello, Facto.
Hello. Welcome in.
Don't open the door. Why don't open the door?
It's already been opened.
Don't you want stability though?
I do want stability, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Stability good.
Stability is good. I am Nix Oleander. I am a half light elf and a half dark elf. And I have forgotten the rest of what I'm supposed to say.
What do you do as streaming? You're in a hiatus, but when do you come back?
So I am hoping to come back pretty soon. I know I had made an update last night on Twitter, extending my hiatus again. I'm hoping to come back within 2 weeks. I'm hoping to come back before my birthday, essentially, because I want to do a birthday stream with everyone.
When's your birthday?
My birthday is May 13th.
Ooh.
So it's gonna be on a Saturday.
Brother's birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's my brother's birthday.
Oh, that's so funny.
Wait, so you're gonna do a birthday together?
What?
I actually know a lot of people with the same birthday with me.
Birthday
Yeah, I'll get
collab.
my brother on stream. I'll get my brother on stream to collab with you.
Let's go.
Sounds good. But yes, I'm hoping to be back before May 13th and start streaming again. Hopefully. Mimic is kind of quiet.
Huh? Me? They want me to speak louder?
I can turn up the desktop audio.
Anton!
How does that sound?
And Digi-chan, hello! Do I sound better now? Do you hear me better? Hello, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, chat. I love you.
Yeah, chat will need to. You sound good on my end.
Love you too.
I have not played Resident Evil.
Sound much better. Okay.
Hey yo, nice.
Let me just turn up cool while I'm at it.
And Cool Kai, give us another introduction. Tell us who you are.
Hello, I am Kukai. I'm an Australian egg VTuber. Hey Marco, hello. I guess I'm a variety streamer. I do curse content mainly. I'll be honest. Play a lot of Souls games. Stream. What's they say? I stream usually on Saturdays and Thursdays nights. Australian nights. So that's like super early morning American time.
That's the future.
It is.
That's actually the future. Wait, no. Yeah, it's the future.
It
It is.
I
is.
stream in the
Yep.
future.
I think
Yeah.
Tasmania is the most future of futures.
I think so. I'm pretty sure I'm in the same time zone. We're in the same time zone as Tasmania. Yes, a fellow Soulsborne player. I've only just started. I literally started it for the stream. So I'm very bad and very cursed.
I respect anyone who's taking the challenge of these completely tough games.
Well, why don't we get started with the first question? It's how did you start streaming?
Let's see.
So are you a planned streamer or did you just start on impulse? And at what point did you know you wanted to be a streamer?
How do you start streaming? And those in chat, tell us also, how do you start streaming?
So I literally started mine on impulse. I've seen the title just fly across the screen.
Well, tell us about it. How did it go?
Yeah. I mean, like, I guess, like, I haven't been watching streamers for that long, all things considered. I started during COVID because, like everyone else, because obviously you got nothing else to do. It just looked like a lot of fun. And at some point last year, I guess it was just kind of like I should give this a shot because I see how much fun everyone else was having in other people's streams. And I kind of wanted that, but on my end, if that makes sense. So there was literally just a weekend and I was like, you know what, I'll do one and see how it goes.
Yeah, I think
Did you have a model by then?
Sorry?
Did you have a model?
No, I didn't. I literally streamed. So basically, I used the PNG for my first 2 streams, the one that's on my Discord. I just took that.
Not this egg.
and
Not
I
the egg
changed
that
it, so-
the egg we
Not
see
the
right
egg.
now.
Not the egg. No, this is recent.
Is it recent?
Yeah, it's just recent.
What's that?
It's great though.
How are you an egg tuber? That's kind of funny because I looked at it this week like, an egg tuber? What does that mean? What kind of egg?
Oh.
An omelette, upside, sunny side up, scrambled egg, soft ball, hard ball. What kind of egg are you?
I am a fried egg. I am a proud fried egg.
My egg. You have a great emote
So the
to
whole
use.
egg thing actually, so when I started streaming, I got a model of Nizima, which is still the model I'm using right now. So I want to have a proper model at some stage in the future, but I literally just threw a whole bunch of random stuff on it just to see what stuck, because I didn't have a theme going in. I just wanted to, I guess my logic was, I'll see what catches on and what doesn't, and the egg thing has caught on. Everyone loves the egg thing.
Oh, we do. I always join his streams when I wake up, and he's just covered in eggs. Like I'll join at the beginning of the stream, I'll fall back asleep, and I'll come back and he's covered in like 7 more eggs.
Yep. So I have a redeem on my channel where a person can just add an extra egg,
Add the egg.
and I capped it to like
I think that makes
15
sense.
because otherwise it gets too chaotic and it almost always hits cap.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
When I started streaming,
But
I used to add a lot. Well, I'll answer the question. I used to really love watching the Game Grumps on YouTube, and I never actually got into streaming. I did it once or twice and didn't really. It seems like a lot of work uploading videos to YouTube and so on. And in a way, streaming looks impossible. It looks really hard and complicated. But then, oh, hello. Is it my internet?
huh?
Huh? Nix? Is it Nick's internet? Nix?
Yeah,
Nix?
Nix is gone. I think
Nix?
it's Nix.
We lost Nix.
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 Nix. Nix.
Nix. It's her stream. And the internet is gone. Nix is in there.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's
It's
part
all
of
over.
it's part of the American experience. We're back. Let's wait for this. We can get our
I can't
Alright.
even
Oh,
hear you
Nix.
guys.
Nix. Can you hear us?
Nix. We can hear you. We can hear
We
you.
can hear you, Nix. But you can't hear us. Wonder if the chat. Anthony, can
Oh no!
chat? Can you hear us? Let's try to. Oh, when you get a
Oh, no.
promotion, look at that, perfect timing.
And
Ban.
oh,
Let's see. Maybe we'll try to disconnect and reconnect. Hello, 1, 2, 3. Nix, can you hear us? Nix? Nix? Chat, can you hear us? Oh, wow.
Nix.
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 Nix!
Okay, I can hear you guys now. I
Oh,
can
that's
hear you
great.
guys now.
Can you hear us?
I don't know why that was going on.
Nix was also the volume, but the other can hear us. Okay. Are you okay, Nix? Are you with us now?
Wait, can I hear you guys?
Nix,
Oh,
can you hear
no.
us? Oh no, she can't. Well, the chat can hear us, so I'll say
Oh,
this.
I love stuff. Don't we love
Uh,
stuff?
Chat hear us, so we'll
Scuff
keep
is literally
talking
part of
until you
VTubing.
fix this. Well, chat, as I've been saying, we need someone to translate what I say to Nix.
Someone
Adlib me, chat.
transcribe everything we say.
Yeah, transcribe
We
us
got it.
to Nix.
I'm back.
You're back? Okay.
Can you
Yes.
hear us?
Yes.
Oh my god, this scuff elf. That's why you don't stop for a month. You forget everything.
Yeah, it doesn't stream for a day.
Yeah.
Everything breaks.
So during the COVID, the rise of the Hololive myth VTubers and then VShoujo girls, Nyanners and Ironmans and so on, I really became in love with the concept of streaming, and it just you see them in collabs, Niji Sanji collabs mainly. You see how much fun they're having. You just want to be a part of that. And I've seen many VTubers or aspiring VTubers who watch me stream in collabs, and they say, "It looks like you're having so much fun. I want to join you. I want to join you guys." But you can't really join them. You don't know them. They're not your friends. You can't just randomly join a Niji Sanji collab. What you can do is slowly start doing that on your own. So I bought a really cheap model, my dice model, which was the minimum price. And at first it was like, I'll just see how it looks on the screen. It looks so fun to control it. So I said, okay, let's stream. So I just started streaming randomly. And my computer crashed 3 times during the first stream. And
Oh my gosh.
after 30 minutes, I was so tired. I was completely exhausted. Like, okay, that's enough for today. But slowly I started doing that on a weekly basis. And I'm doing it almost daily. It's become a great addiction. And I'm glad to say that now I have collabs every week. And I'm having so much fun. And when people started writing in chat that it looks like you guys are having so much fun, I thought, you know what? I reached that point, the place I wanted to be in. That point where I'm having fun with those friends and playing D&D and games and such. So that's how it started. And I think the best way is to just start. Don't think too much. Just go no model, just start streaming, and it's gonna be. If you love it, you'll do more. You'll learn along the way.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I am very different than the both of you. I really planned mine out. I planned mine out for October, November. I think it debuted in December. I planned mine for about a month and a half before I debuted. And so I really first thing I did was I tested my internet speeds. I tested whether or not my computer and PC would be compatible with all the equipment. And this was before I even bought anything, because I didn't want to waste any money and thinking it might not go well. And so I was looking through Twitch's what you have to do to be a streamer. I'm just I can't check off some of these, but you know what? We're still gonna try anyways. And so I was just kind of okay, I need a model, but I don't want to buy a model because those are expensive. How could I make my own model? And so I found VRoid was an option. So you know what? Let's do VRoid. So I made my model, and I was I like this, but at the same time, I want something else. So I made another one. So I made two models.
Is that why you have two models?
Yes. Because I like them both so much, I couldn't get rid of either one of them. And both of them were depictions of me in different ways. But I'm just oh, I like them so much, I can't pick between them. And so that's why I have two. And I was if I let me make a third one. I was no, if I make a third one, I can't get rid of the third one either. Because I'd want to use the third one as well. So I can't stop myself. And then from there, it was just creating my lore, making my brand, and just getting my name out there. And then when I was ready to debut with everything I did, $5 has been spent in the process.
Just show you that everyone can do it, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And every once in a while, I think back. My great first inspiration was the Game Grumps. Until today, they have no model. They just play a game and speak over the game, just themselves, with nothing on screen, no camera, no model. And it works. It actually works. So with a good audience interaction and editing and consistency, it actually just works.
If you're having fun, I feel that energy really just shines through.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Model or no model.
Yeah. If you're a good streamer, your personality will do all the talking for you. I guess that goes into the next one, your journey as a VTuber. Why are you a VTuber? Why do you not show your face? How did you come up with your lore, model, theme, brand? And then how far do you want to take this?
Oh, that's a big topic. A lot of stuff in it.
Yeah, that's a big one. Big one.
Journey, let's see. I don't know, when I started as VTubing, I didn't do a lot of plans, but I did start watching videos on how to be a better streamer. And I wrote down all kind of goals that I want to achieve. And it's gonna be a year in 2 months, actually. It's surprisingly fast. And I'm gonna look at my goals and see how many of them I achieved, how many I didn't achieve. One of the main goals that I didn't know if I'm going to get or not was becoming Twitch affiliate. And that was a rough journey. It took a while. It took a lot longer. It took 3 months. But at one point I thought it's going to be impossible. And it was possible. And that, I think, is one of the biggest...
that really shows it pays off, right?
Yes, it does pay off. And every once in a while I would do a meme on Twitter laughing about how VTubing is not a real job, you get $50 or $100 a month. That's nothing for the time that you spent on it. But then people would say, wow, you actually get money? And it puts me in perspective that I'm actually getting, although pocket money, I'm still getting money for doing something I really love, for playing video games and interacting with people. So
I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, the money's just an extra. Like it's not
Mhm.
what any of us do this for.
Yes. Now, I did my birthday stream yesterday. I didn't really plan anything. I just played D&D with some friends, and we just talked for a bit, and that's it. And I think I got 3 or 4 subs. On the other hand, there are people who plan their birthday stream for like half a year before that, and they have art competition, and they have rewards, and they have this subscriber wheel, and all kind of stuff, and they get 200 subs and 400 subs and crazy numbers. And I'm thinking I can do that, but I don't know if this is my journey. You know, my journey is a bit more compulsive and impulsive and random, and one day this and one day that. I'm not the planning type like Nix.
Yeah, it's very different.
Yeah, and I do see a lot of these kind of people who plan and do a great grand stream and get a lot of subs. I see them graduate very fast or give up after a few months. So it's better to do things in your pace, but be consistent.
Yeah.
For the rest of the journey, I don't know. We'll see where it leads.
We'll
But
see where it leads.
I plan to keep doing that even as a hobby, because that's really I'm really having fun. That's the most important thing.
I mean, that really is the most important thing. Like, I feel like I always want to just keep this. Like, I want to keep this as a hobby. Right? I can't imagine myself ever doing this as like a full-time job. And I know you really want to, but I know I feel like I have too much fun to put that extra responsibility on. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Yes,
It does.
yes. And speaking of birthday streams, I did my birthday stream like a week after I started streaming, like just for fun. Like I started streaming the week before my birthday, and I do remember when I started, I was really obsessed with like growth and numbers, because I think everyone is when you just start, because you're like, oh, how do I get big? How do I get big? Like, how do I get viewers when you're like nothing? And what I did for my birthday stream is I did no planning. I did the dumbest thing I could think of. I bought an $8 recorder from Big W, which is like kind of like our dollar store. And I learned that instrument on stream. And I'm so glad I did that, because it was so fun. But it also, I feel like that was a big moment for me as a streamer, if that makes sense. Because to me, I was like, oh, I can just do dumb stuff that I find fun. It literally does not matter. And people will come watch because they want to watch me just, you know, doing dumb things and have fun. And yeah, and just not worry about the numbers.
That sounds so fun.
know,
Just buying a recorder and playing on stream.
It's just doing whatever you want is fun.
And like, I don't know, like I think the people who's watched me for a long time knows that sometimes my streams are just like absurd ideas that I just like thought of on the day. Well, Nix knows. I always tell her about them. I was like, hey, what if I do this crazy thing?
Some of them are still in the works. I will say that much, and they're very.
Some of them are still in the works.
I'm excited.
I'm glad I have someone to tell these to, because some of them just don't work. And she's like, how are you gonna make this work?
Like, are you able to do this? Are you able to coordinate this?
Look. I saw okay. I saw a video of someone's playing Dark Souls with grapes. And I know I can find a way to make it work. Someone else done it.
With grapes?
What does it mean with grapes?
With grapes. He had wires going out of the grapes into the game. And he played the whole game by just pressing on the grapes.
Oh, the grapes as buttons.
Yeah. And I can make this work too. I know I can.
Microcontroller. That is so stupidly unnecessary. I love it.
It's so interesting.
Yeah. Because like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like you have to think about your streams, and I don't think I have any of like the idol talents. You know, when I can't sing. I don't think I'm like super duper funny on the spot. I can't voice act, but I can just have ridiculous ideas and like no shame in trying to get them to work.
This idol talent, that's something that really do you know this show X Factor?
Yeah.
So the X Factor is like they take people who can sing and perform and whatever, but they miss that X Factor, the thing that makes them stand out, this sixth sense, the thing that you can't really explain. And I see there's these 3 pillars of VTubing, of streaming. That's consistency, creativity, and networking. And I've been doing those for almost a year now. I've been very consistent. I'm very creative, and I'm one of the biggest network collab person I know. I've collabed with more than 250 people. But I've seen people who grow up 10 times faster than me. And well, obviously, what is missing is that X factor. There's something that I cannot pinpoint on what it is. And maybe that is the planning, maybe that is the company or management or some basic knowledge or some luck. There's so much things involved more than hard work. That's maybe that's true for everything in life. This journey it can be very random at times. You can work very hard and get almost nothing, and you can work nothing and get a lot of rewards.
I think a lot of it has to do with like even just like the way that you hold yourself too. The way that you hold yourself and the way that you present yourself to people, because that's also another bigger factor. Is like if they enjoy you as a person. Because I think you're right, where everyone has like one distinct thing that brings people in. It might not be the same distinct thing for everyone. It could be your schedules are really cute. It could be they like your voice. It could be they like your funny personality or okay, for me, I feel like a lot of people just like it when I scream. But it's different for everyone.
The gremlin voice.
The gremlin voice. I think.
Wait, do I have enough points for that?
You're in a collab. You can just ask her to do it.
I think I turned it off from last time.
Yes, you did. Damn.
I think I turned off a lot of things from last time. I don't even remember to turn that back on.
Nix, come on. He's collabing with you right now. You can just leave him hanging.
Yeah, you got to do the gremlin. Do it. Do the gremlin. No, I'm kidding.
I'm Nix. So Nix, tell us about your VTuber journey.
So my journey. So I guess like I originally wanted to stream with my face actually, and this was a while back. I think this was 3 years ago when I wanted to start streaming, and so I wanted to start with a webcam, and so I have a webcam. I have a mic because I wanted to start streaming on Twitch. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just knew that I wanted to start streaming. But back then, my internet was horrible. It's bad now. It's bad now. But before, it was even worse. I know that's hard to believe, but it's true.
Yeah, that's very hard to believe.
It's bad now, but it was even worse before because we still had dial-up for a while. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
I know.
I
just can't believe it.
I can do it really.
Like 3 years ago, that would be 2020, and you still had. And I won't push it. I won't stay on this topic. But what?
I mean, we all know that I have bad Wi-Fi. We all know that.
Okay.
But yeah, and so that was really like the big thing that I couldn't stream was because of the internet. And so when we had an update about a year ago, it never came. I never like thought about streaming again until I started watching vTuber's again. Actually, when I first started watching vTuber's, and I kind of got the feeling of like, oh, I wish I could stream. I remember when I wanted to stream but wasn't able to. And then it was really interesting because all of my IRL friends would say like, oh, if you didn't go into this career path, I could definitely see you as like a streamer or an entertainer. I was like, really? I was like, yeah, I could definitely see it. And that kind of like got me back onto the train of thought of like, huh, should I go into streaming? Should I attempt to go back and try again? Even though like the first attempt was like failed? I thought about it for a good while. For a really long time actually. To the point where like I got really depressed because I could not stream. I'm just like, oh, I really want to stream. And then I had like a couple of things that like really pushed me into being a streamer, which I'll talk about later when we get into our inspirations. But then that's like as soon as like I had that push, I started like researching everything and trying to figure out, okay, what compatibilities do I have? What can I download? What can I use? Can I really do it? Originally I was going to start streaming on YouTube. But then after talking to people, I'm just like, you know what? No, we're gonna be on Twitch.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, I was debating whether to start on YouTube when I was starting out as well.
I feel like there's not a lot of people on YouTube, but like once you get seen, then you get seen.
Yeah, that was my impression.
That's a big debate, just a huge debate.
Yeah.
I started as... Oh, you go, cool.
Sorry, I was gonna say I had the impression YouTube was a lot better for growth if you could also maintain videos, like just short form content. And when I started, I did wanted to do that as well, because like whole big, like, you know, I'll be big, I'll be famous kind of thing, like content creating, like grind set that, like, I don't know, I just don't. I feel like I still want to do it, but I don't have the energy for it yet.
I think there's the effect of... Wow, all three. Next, you go.
Cool. Would you ever transition, or even Mimic transition to YouTube?
So I started on YouTube. No, I started on Twitch. Then I went to YouTube, and then I wanted to do like half and half. So I had 3 days on YouTube, 3 days on Twitch in a mix. It was very annoying to maintain both of them because I use YouTube as an archive. And if you upload archives to YouTube, nobody watches. They get like almost 0 views.
Yeah.
You need 10 minutes videos, highlights, and so on. But highlights are very hard to make. They take a lot of time to edit. And for a while, I switched between streaming on YouTube and streaming on Twitch. And every time I would stream on a system, on a platform, I would actually think that the other platform is better. So it's always the case of the grass is greener on the other side. And Twitch has an amazing advantage, which is the raid system. It's just great. The raid system is amazing. But at the same time, I feel like many people who watch me on Twitch are streamers as well. And at the end of the day, they will either start streaming themselves one day and stop watching me, or they will try to get viewers from me and stuff like that. I mean, I have so many people who self-advertise even though it's against the rules. That's something that's it's been really bothering me about Twitch. On YouTube, on the other hand, you get a lot more random people who are not necessarily streamers or uploading videos, but just want to watch stuff. But then again, you don't really have the raid system. It's not the same way. So I'm still, every day I'm thinking, do I stop Twitch and go to YouTube? Do I try this again? But now that I'm affiliated on Twitch, I'm already trapped in the Twitch net.
And that's true.
Yeah, that's true. You can't do both when you're... you could. I think you still could. You just can't multi-stream, right?
Yeah, and you can't multi-stream, and it's a lot of work to focus on both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
Choosing one it's better.
It really feels like one of those. You'll get a lot more out of either just by completely dedicating yourself to it.
Yeah. I did a tarot reading back then, and the tarot reading said that Twitch with hard work will pay off the best. So I went to that knowing that I will have to work hard and it will be slow growth. But you can multiple, but you can stream on both. There's a way to stream on both, but if you're on Twitch affiliate, you can't upload your content to other platform for 24 hours.
Also, personally, I feel like when you multi-stream, it kind of actually takes down the quality of your stream because you're keeping track of two separate chats.
Yeah, you have to.
And a lot of the fun comes from chat interacting with each other as much as they're interacting with you. And to have that chat be split into two, I feel like it does detract from the streaming experience.
I agree. If you have two chats, they're not gonna know about each other unless you can fuse the chat somehow.
Yeah, I mean, I do know most streamers keep their chat on the stream so you can actually see it, and it kind of works, but I don't know, it's not the same.
But again, you always miss the other part. What if it's better there? What if I'm missing something? And I think that the biggest answer comes from looking at other streamers. So right now, I believe that corpos do better on YouTube, while indies do better on Twitch.
I completely agree.
I definitely agree with that.
So I'll stay with that, with all the current costs of Twitch. And ideally, the best system is to do like Iron Mouse and Yanners, which the visual girls have been doing that for many years now. You just stream on Twitch, and then you make a highlight video and upload that to YouTube. But that will take a lot of editing time. So again, work. A lot of work.
A lot of work.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I feel like... Oh, sorry, you go next.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I feel like as a small VTuber, if you post your clips and stuff on YouTube, they don't always track back into more viewers. Because in a lot of these cases, people just want to stay on the same platform.
Yeah.
So like, it works if you're a YouTube streamer, because then they'll subscribe to you on YouTube for your shorts and your clips, and then they'll see you live. But it kind of doesn't work from YouTube to Twitch.
Yeah, it's really hard to transfer people from platforms. I remember when before I was a streamer, and I watched the Hololive and Niji Sanji girls. Every once in a while they would stream on Twitch, and I was thinking, why the hell would I want to watch on Twitch? I'm watching on YouTube. I don't want to watch on Twitch. And I went to Twitch and I just didn't understand anything. I don't understand as a viewer. I think Twitch is not as intuitive as YouTube. YouTube was a bit more understandable to me.
And I was just going to say, I feel a lot of people do watch streamers as a comfort thing. And if you're being forced onto a platform you're not familiar with, that's inherently going to be less comfortable.
For sure. Because I feel like, a lot of it really just has to do with comfort too. Is like, are you comfortable doing it? Are you comfortable streaming? And then if you feel that force or push from someone, you kind of don't want to do it anymore.
So maybe the best solution is just choose a platform and stick to it. I mean, don't think about the other platforms. I have a VTuber friend who started on YouTube, and then she went to Twitch for a couple of months, and now she's back on YouTube. And I have some people who do the opposite journey. It's a great question. I did a poll when I started, and it was very conflicted. People really don't know. It just showed that the two platforms are doing a great competition between them. They both have great benefits.
Yeah. So then, because Mimic, you said you hope to do this full time. Would you ever turn it into a hobby?
I mean, right now it's a hobby that I fake as a full time. It's a fake it until you make it kind of system. Because let's be fair, I work very hard. I stream many hours, and I get pocket money, so it has to be a hobby. In a way, I paid
your
more.
Your stream schedule is crazy.
Yeah, it's actually a fake it until I make it. That's that was I'm trying to stream
I
on
feel like I
a.
rarely see you not streaming.
I will try
Weekends.
to stream on a daily, same time almost every day.
It's so
And
hard.
It is hard. It's really hard. And sometimes you don't feel like it. Sometimes you feel, I don't want to play. But then again, I allow myself. I know from working out, I'll take it a step back because everything we say about streaming, I go back to the year 2018. It was a bit before COVID. And I was heavily depressed. I went to psychotherapy for the first time back in 2017. And then I started taking medicine. And the medicine and psychotherapy together made me calm down from many things that bothered me in real life. If it's news or politics or stuff like that, or anime or all kind of things that not really my issue and I can't really affect them, but it was a lot of wasted energy. And suddenly I had a huge burst of energy, and I was out of work, I was out of studies, I didn't do anything, so I started working out. And was one of the best years for my physical body. I never felt better. I did a workout every single day, and many things were wrong. I didn't do squats correctly, and I didn't run long enough, but I did whatever I could. And one thing that repeats in workout sessions over and over is consistency. Just keep doing that. I remember I hurt my leg once. I went to the doctor and I asked what to do. And he said, just keep walking. Never stop. Because if you stop, the muscles will not heal. So I kept walking. It healed really fast. And every wound I got during that year healed in like days. It was unbelievable. And I hurt myself so much. I got so many. My left leg, my poor left leg, I don't know what's wrong with it. But just, I bumped into so many things. And it was very painful. I kept going. I remember one time I was running and I stepped on a branch and it pierced my knee. It was so painful. I was like, fuck that, I'm keeping running. And I kept running with the pain until I got home. And every wound, I just put something on it, get up. And I'm thinking about,
oh my gosh.
And it healed.
Oh, wow.
It healed the next day and I could run again. It was great. And it felt so good. I felt like Superman. There's no other way. It felt really, really good. I felt invincible. And many times bad things happen on streaming. I get that image back in my head. Sometimes you have no idea what you're doing because nobody tells you. Sometimes you have to work on your own. Sometimes things don't go as planned. Sometimes you get hurt along the way and you fall. But if you get up and keep doing whatever you can, then things are going to get all right. So if I want to stream, if I know that my schedule says I'm going to stream, but I don't want to play a game today, then I can, like you said, cool, get a record and play that. Sometimes I want to play a game from the 90s, the game that I played when I was a kid. So I get that game, I find it on GOG or something and play that. And it's fun when you let go and do whatever the hell you want. You can ask Anton in chat. Sometimes I play the weirdest games. And my chat has to suffer that.
You do play some interesting games. But you know what? That makes it more interesting because they're unique and people want to come and see unique things. Like a cockroach.
Speaking about the cockroach game, there's a new cockroach game. That's horrible. It's really bad. But I got some games as a present gift for my birthday. And Arrow yesterday asked me what game do I want for my birthday. So I gave him a few options, and I don't feel comfortable when people buy me games. It's like it just, I don't know, like feel forced to play them. So I gave him that $1 horrible cockroach game. I was like, get that.
Oh god.
And I tried it yesterday. It's horrible. I'm gonna play it maybe today or tomorrow on stream. It's a really bad game. I think I'll survive like 10 minutes maybe.
10 minutes? 10 minutes is better than nothing.
The cost,
10 minutes.
You at least
Yeah.
tried.
The cost, to be honest, is that as a variety streamer, you lose a lot of the potential viewers who want to see one specific game. Like people want to
Yeah,
see
that
me
is true.
play. For example, I play a lot of Diablo, Binding of Isaac, and Yu-Gi-Oh. And these three are very different genres. Now, something interesting is happening. I actually get a lot of followers when I play Binding of Isaac and Yu-Gi-Oh. But I get almost no followers when I play Diablo. And I've been asking myself why. I think that Yu-Gi-Oh and Binding of Isaac are games that more suited for VTubers because they're more cartoonish, anime and creepy cartoon. While Diablo is a bit more realistic in the approach. So the people who like Diablo would rather have a face cam than a VTuber model, maybe. When I play Yu-Gi-Oh with viewers, I get tons of followers. That's really weird. Makes me want to play Yu-Gi-Oh more.
Actually, yeah, now that you mention it, I'm thinking of one game where I played and I have so many followers. I just didn't understand why. But like when I play other games, it's just kind of like it's the people who are normally there.
The people like
And I think
to watch the game, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And so it's just like you're getting people. Go ahead.
Oh no, you finish.
You're getting people who are interested in that game to come and watch, and then they watch the game, and then they like you, so then they follow you.
Mm-hmm. Little nerd game for little nerd viewers, easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, little nerd, that's me.
I think for Yu-Gi-Oh with viewers, it's because people want someone to play with. Yeah, it's really good if you can find a game to play with the viewers, like Mario Kart or Yu-Gi-Oh. But then the problem starts when you play a different game and you lose those viewers.
Mm.
Which is, I think, a great challenge for me because I do D&D and games, and I feel like the people who watch me for D&D don't care about games, and the people who watch me play games don't care about D&D, and that's too. I see a lot of D&D creators who just do D&D and get tons of followers, and I feel like playing games or doing tarot readings is like putting a branch in my bicycle wheels for D&D and vice versa.
Oh, that's interesting.
But I love both. I just love them. So you gotta find people who love you for who you are and don't care what you play.
Yeah. Cool. What was it you wanted to say earlier?
I was just gonna mention when you guys were talking about the games. When I started playing Undertale only a few weeks ago, I noticed it got like the amount of followers I would get from like a stream of that was like double or maybe triple any other games I played.
There's some games like Undertale and Doki Doki Literature Club that are
it just went crazy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I ain't complaining, but it was so strange. I was so used to getting like one extra follower per stream, and then suddenly it's like so many.
The problem is, the question is, will they stay when you play a different game? And that's the...
Exactly. That's the hard part.
I definitely, there's some people who they'll come and they'll just watch the one stream.
Yeah, I've noticed that a lot. You get a lot of people who'll come and they'll chat for your one stream and then they'll just never come back.
And in a way, I'll be self-criticizing.
Like, I totally get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because when I was a viewer, sometimes I would look for people who play a game that I like. Let's say I like The Binding of Isaac. I really looked for VTubers who play The Binding of Isaac, and there weren't many. There aren't many still. But there were viewers. Let's say Vebe from Vishoujo. She played The Binding of Isaac, and she had great Binding of Isaac content. Her Binding of Isaac streams are my favorites. But I never watched her other streams. I couldn't care less about them. So it's like this match between... I wanted to see her react to The Binding of Isaac. I didn't care for other stuff. I didn't want to be a part of her community or whatever. And then again, you have Iron Mouse. I did feel like I want to be a part of her community, and I liked whatever game she played. So it's unique, and sometimes you might even get these fake followers. They're not really fake followers, but they're like temporary followers. I remember I played Rabbi Ribi, and during the stream there was one person who did music remixes of Rabbi Ribi, and he joined the stream and we talked about Rabbi Ribi. It was very, very great, and he followed me, and I never saw him since. But he kept asking me if I'm going to replay Rabbit Ribby on a higher difficulty and so on. He was looking for a Rabbit Ribby streamer.
Mm.
Mm.
So getting these,
Yeah, I feel like.
getting the viewers
Go ahead.
that are there for you.
And look, I
it's
feel
not easy.
like,
Mhm.
and look, the thing is, I feel like that's fair. Like, a lot of people just want to watch people play the game that are their favorite.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a new perspective I have about Undertale and Doki Doki Literature Club and Yu-Gi-Oh! These games are very anime. Naturally, the people who like these games are attracted to VTubers. So when you talk about VTubers, maybe it's smart to focus on games that have great art. And I think about it again, games that I play like Beacon Pines, for example, I got a lot of followers, more than games with realistic art style. So VTubers play games that match your VTuber art style, maybe.
I've also just noticed there's a lot of games that are, I guess, common among VTubers, but only VTubers.
What example?
And not. Wait, no, I'll word it a different way. There are a lot of games that I'm seeing that are big categories on Twitch. but I never
Minecraft,
see a VTuber
Apex.
play it. Yeah, Minecraft, Apex, those are the big ones. I see a lot of VTubers play Hades a lot.
Hades.
But also if you just look at Twitch categories, I think stuff like Red Dead and Grand Theft Auto are like near the top, and I feel like I never see a VTuber play them.
When I think about it, Diablo 2, I don't see a lot of VTubers play that, or The Binding of Isaac. But then again, Yu-Gi-Oh, I do see a lot of VTubers play that.
Mm-hmm.
And Undertale and Doki Doki.
I'm looking at the categories right now. Like Dota 2 is like the 4th highest. I don't think I've ever seen a VTuber play it, but I've seen heaps of VTubers play League.
Yeah.
And for good reason. There's cute characters, anime. Whatever way we look at it, the vast majority of VTubers are girls. And there's all kind of reasons for that. Mostly privacy and protection and so on. So, and it's not only girls, it's people who appreciate art, because as VTubers, we're talking art, basically. We're a painting who speaks. And we naturally appreciate games that have good art or unique art, or even games that talk about issues that VTubers deal with. If it's depression, ADHD, OCD, stuff like that streamers deal with, but VTubers more than other streamers, because we have this privacy issue that we hide in ourselves behind cartoons. So we either want to be anime characters, or we deal with all kind of heavy issues. So maybe games that deal with those kind of issues, and then games that have good art, will attract more viewers, because they match as a VTuber. Good VTuber game, good game for a VTuber.
Yeah, it's also I've also kind of noticed is like people will sometimes search for the game, and then they'll see the model, they'll see the face, and then they'll say, "Oh, this person's model looks cute," or like that person looks attractive, or they look interesting. Then they'll click into it because they were already looking for a game to begin with, but then they just got that bonus of, oh, this person has a cute model, or this person has a nice looking face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course. Like the model is it's essentially your advertisement. Like when people see your streams, like the thumbnail, like that's gonna be the thing they see no matter where you are.
It's your cover.
In the game. Yeah, exactly.
It's your cover, yeah.
And my issue with it is that sometimes I play games that are too heavy for my computer, and I have to sort with PNG, like now, and then I get less followers because they can't see the full model. They get only the small experience. Trying to stream by the avatar instead for the personality. Yeah, exactly. I got a new viewer recently, and they watch me play Dredge. Dredge, by the way, is a great game right now. It's both has great art style, Lovecraftian elements, so it's really good for VTubers, and it's very popular right now. And I got a few followers from Dredge, and also many people who play Dredge started raiding each other. So a person who played Dredge raided me as I played Dredge, and I raided someone else who played Dredge. made in this kind of cool chain. And one person got in after they saw my D20 shirt under my model. It was like, hey, are you into D&D? And I was like, well. And then I introduced the 130 VTuber D&D campaigns I've been doing lately. And they flipped and subscribed immediately. But it's so crazy to think about all this stuff. It makes you understand why many corpos ask auditions for only people who have been streaming for a year at least. Because in that first year, you learn so much that you cannot even imagine.
You do learn a lot. You do. I feel like a lot of it has to do with trial and error.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys noticed earlier when my audio disconnected that I do have a tech issue counter. And
Yeah, I saw that. It was 31.
We're at 31. I guarantee you that that number is inaccurate because I only made that counter recently because of how many tech issues I was having. But like all of those tech issues have allowed me to like, okay, now I know how to prevent that from happening.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of just learn off of all of your mistakes.
And
then you learn from watching after other people.
Cool today was muted for like before we started. And it's happened
before we started, I was muted for like 5 minutes. I was talking the whole time.
It happened so many times. Like I think last week or even this week, I was muted at the beginning of the stream, and who was it? Anton, maybe? I think. Like, Mimic, you're muted. Like how? Almost 1 year, yeah, Anton. Almost 1 year of streaming, I still mute myself randomly.
It happens.
Can I just say, if you're a chatter that tells us the stuff, thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Listen, sometimes I watch like Izu or Tori or streamers that have good voice, and they have tech issues like the game is too loud, or one of the collab partners can't hear them, and nobody in chat will tell them. And I would go in and say, music too loud, game too loud. And they're like, I'm streaming for 40 minutes. Why did nobody tell me?
Yeah. It's like, sometimes, and these things you don't know unless someone tells you.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad too.
It's like a 10-second fix, really. You could change a few sliders on OBS, but you need to know you have to do it.
So like, you can't really gauge what it sounds like on their end unless you have it up yourself and listening at that moment.
A huge thank you to all the viewers who help us fix audio issues.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I started streaming, sorry, I interrupted.
Go ahead.
Like when I knew how common of a problem this was when I started streaming. I literally had like a timer that popped up every 30 minutes as a stream bot. Like, hey, please tell me if my audio is fucked.
That's smart.
I remember that. I think I have seen that.
Yeah, I got rid of it because I think it's kind of at a good place now, and it was taking a lot of space. But yeah, I just wanted to. I
have OBS on the second monitor, and the two music thing, the sound bars, the audio mixer is really big, so I constantly see when I speak, it reaches the point where I want it to be.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Yeah, and I kind of got myself used to just looking at that and looking at the collab partners and looking at everyone, make sure that the audio is okay. And every once in a while I listen and it's okay, but well, tech issues will be. It's a part of that. I wrote a meme about it yesterday and it was really polar. That VTubers are bad at games. Yes, we have to deal with like 7 to 8 apps that crash every second.
Mm-hmm. I saw that.
Yep.
I was just like, yep, that makes sense.
But you would think it's like, oh, OBS game. No, I have like 7 windows up all at the same time, and I keep mixing them up.
Yes, it's crazy how many things you need up. Why isn't there one app that does everything? Because every one of them does something better than the others. It's crazy. Thanks to Bye, Fedora. Thank you for joining.
Have a good one.
Have a
So
good
what do
one.
you have up now? I have, and I'm not streaming. Nix is streaming, but I have the podcast window.
Ryzen CPU usage.
I have Nix's stream and chat. I have the extra window for the guest star because for some reason you need an extra window for that. I have Winamp for the music at the end of the stream. I have, if I play a game, I have a game. I have OBS obviously, and all the docs and windows for OBS in the chat. So it's like I don't stream right now. I don't have VTube Studio. I don't have the Tits system. There's so many things aside from that. It's really crazy how much a VTuber needs to do.
Yeah. Ryzen high
High
CPU
CPU
temperature.
yeah.
Yeah, because like even now, like I'm streaming, and like normally if I was playing a game, so like this is just a podcast, so I have the guest start window open, I have Discord open, I have OBS open, I have the chat open, I have the questions box open. There's just so much going on, but that's just for the podcast. Like if I was doing like my normal stream, I have the game, I have OBS, the chat, my model running, Discord in the background to make sure that like I'm still running, because then I'll get a notification from my Discord server if my stream restarted.
Oh yeah, Discord runs. I forgot that. We need to speak somehow.
Oh yeah.
Like there's so much running in the background that the fact that the game, like everything still kind of stream and run smoothly, or as smooth as it can, is still surprising.
I mean, it's a miracle, really.
I think there's some people who use their phone to capture too, so that's another application.
Yeah, but that saves you a lot of CPU to do that. You need an iPhone 10 and above, which is very expensive. And also they have the reactive PNG installed on Discord. There's a lot of planning, and sometimes it can petrify you. You think when you start as a VTuber, you think of all the things you need to prepare and all the things you don't know.
It gets overwhelming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a few weeks ago, someone asked me, Mimic, how do I make so that a redeem will throw something at me? And just thinking about it is like, oh, the amount of guides I need to read on the internet right now to understand how to implement that and actually do it. And all the communities you need to run, and you need to run a Discord server as well, and all the systems and the platforms, and maybe Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and Fansly if you're a YouTuber, and Twitch and Twitter, and sometimes it's too much.
There's so much to it, and I don't think a lot of people realize, like, when you're just a regular like face streamer, all you have to do is turn on your camera, have OBS in the game. Whereas when you're VTubing or you're doing a PNG, there's a lot more that has to go into it.
Yeah,
and advocate.
And the collabs as well, because collabs, I think face cam streamers do not collab as much as VTubers. VTubers come from the Japanese industry, and collabs is a part of it. Collabs is like really became a normal expected trend. And then you have to set up a collab. You have to schedule with people. You have to make sure that their PNG is activating, or you use Ninja to show their model, and you need to choose the same game, and you have to deal with the connection issues with that. Like the D&D I run right now with the 6 girls, only 3 managed to make it yesterday because the other 3 had some sudden life issues pop up, and I expected that. I always get a backup plan because I expect that when you schedule with 7 people, half the people would not be able to make it in time. So we made a backup plan, and we played an improvised adventure instead. But it just show you how much more complicated it is. And I remember when I watched VTubers, again, Hololive, Nijisanji, Vshoujo Girls, before I became a streamer, it looked so simple. It really looked simple. You kind of even underestimate their abilities, saying, "Oh my, this looks so simple. I could do it much better." But then you get to the core of the big boys.
Try to do it yourself.
Yeah, so it's like it's like cooking. You think, how complicated can that be? And
and then you learn how complicated it really is.
Yeah, you burn a few things, and You learn there's a lot of hard work.
Burn the house down once or twice, and then you're good.
Hopefully, it's
Yeah,
not your house. Burn someone else's house.
Go to
Burn
someone
your
else's
neighbors.
house, cook food for them, and then burn.
Yeah,
go to
the
their house and be like, "Hey, can I cook you dinner?"
Mhm.
for free. There's a small chance I'll burn the house though. That's why
It's
we
a
have.
small, tiny chance.
That's why we have home economics in school, in Japanese schools.
Yeah, I wish they did that. Some schools do that in the States, but not all.
I think
As in home,
we don't have a single
cooking
school who
classes?
does that in Israel. Which I always saw anime with home economics, and I thought that's such a cool thing to learn how to cook.
It is.
in Australia, they do those classes. The thing is, they're not very good.
Oh, really?
I remember distinctly that I think we were meant to make tacos all once when we were like 13, and the recipe they gave us did not mention not to put metal plates in the microwave.
Oh.
Oh.
I remember that day.
Is that not common sense though?
For
You,
what
you
age
would
were
think
you?
so.
How old were you?
Like 13.
Well, it's not common sense then. When we got microwave for the first time, I went to the internet
Microwave go brrr.
and I asked the internet, what should you put in the microwave? And apparently I was the only one in my family who actually did that. My sister, only recently, I figured that she puts plastic plates in the microwave. And I was like, no, you don't do that. And she was like, why not? I've been doing that my whole life. Like, no, it's not for microwave. And I had to go to the internet to prove her that there are specific plastics made for microwaving, and the general ones are not for microwave. And there might be some people who put plastic bags or plastic plates or stuff like that in the microwave because people don't know. People really don't know. We got our old microwave to my gran.
Just thinking of it.
Yes, but I have all the what's it called, Brainiac, on the science channels. I used to watch that. I loved it. Brainiac, Science Abuse. They put all kind of stuff in microwave that you shouldn't, and you see how it reacts.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Put a VTuber in the microwave and see what happens.
Put a video.
Put Nix in the microwave. She's small enough.
No, I don't fit. I'm not small.
Gremlin voices.
No.
Nix is small. Remember, guys, Nix is tiny. Incredibly small.
And she likes being small. That's why she has a chibi PNG right now.
Literally smaller than my thumb.
I'm not that small. I do like popcorn. Do not put an ant into the microwave. What?
Because it's Anton. He's an ant VTuber.
You look delicious today.
Okay, I'm sure I heard this before, but you look delicious today. Ooh.
Thanks, lady. You do too.
You know, there's a really good recipe for eggs in the microwave, actually.
Is there?
Yes, because you shouldn't put eggs in the microwave; they explode. So I googled, can you cook an egg in the microwave, and how? So there is a way. You take a glass that you can put in the microwave, and you put an egg. You crack an egg inside, and then you fill the glass about a third way or a quarter in water. You put water on the egg, and then you put it in the microwave for 40 seconds. 40, not a single second more than that. And you can see, if you have a clear door, you can see the egg cook perfectly inside. And you get a perfectly cooked egg. But you must crack it open in a glass. You must put water on it. And then put it only for 30 to 40 seconds. And you get a perfect egg. You just you pour the water out carefully. And you put it on bread. Only 40 seconds for an egg.
I've done that before, but I'm pretty sure it exploded.
You need to put the water on top. Sometimes people don't know.
I did. There's actually another thing that I do. And they're steamed eggs. And so same thing, you crack an egg into a cup, but you add water and mix it with the water.
Oh, I see.
So like a good
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
like a
No,
one
I love that.
ratio. Yeah, so it's like 1
Mm.
part egg, 1 part water, and then if you want to put like any seasonings in it, you can, and you mix it all together, and then you microwave it for, I think, depending on like how strong your microwave is, like 30 seconds to a minute, and it
Mhm.
becomes really fluffy steamed eggs.
You see, everyone, you get
I like
here,
doing
not
that.
only talk about VTubers, you also get recipes for your microwave.
you,
That's
you also
variety
get
streamers.
recipes.
That's variety streamers for
Variety
you.
stream. Variety.
Actually, cooking is very, very common with VTubers. If you go back,
Yeah,
VTubers,
very common actually.
yeah, VTubers started from Japan, from Kizunai.
Mm-hmm.
Is, I would say, the mother of VTubers, and there are VTubers before her, but she's the VTuber who not only
I feel like you could call these Kizunai the first real VTuber.
Yeah.
Like, the way we think of VTubers.
exactly
I mean, like, I know there's a joke that like, oh, Annoying Orange is the first VTuber, but like, everyone knows that's a joke.
Yes, but Annoying Orange was small clips on YouTube, and Kids and I went with longer shows and later live streams, and she did all kind of varieties from playing games to cooking to it was a Japanese variety show, and I feel like many VTubers today are still doing those things that Kids and I did back then, because Hololive and VShojo and Niji Sanji are doing them. So it's VTuber is Japanese in its core. And it's more than just being a cartoon character. It's doing these Japanese variety things.
Yeah, and the variety I feel like also brings in the people.
Mm-hmm. That includes the collab, that includes the cooking streams every once in a while, or music streams, or karaoke streams, and that includes... I had something else in my head. I forgot.
Like, variety is kind of baked into being a VTuber. Like, it's a lot easier to be a variety streamer as a VTuber
Exactly.
than a face streamer.
Because I really can't... I think we spoke about it last week with Izu, about would you do a collab with a face streamer? And I want to. It sounds fun, but how do I even approach someone? Do you approach a face streamer like you approach a VTuber and say, hey, do you want to collab? Do they have that word? Would they understand what I want? They would ask me, what's a collab? It's like, what is that? What do you want to do? Like, hey, we can play a game together. Then why do you call it a collab? Why do you call it debut? We have so many systems for VTubers that we take for granted, but they're odd for face streamers. Because face streamer is an American concept and VTubing is a Japanese concept.
That's true.
That's very true. That's very true.
Do you want to move on to the next subject?
Yeah, let's move on to who are we, streamers or content creators?
Which is kind of what we started talking about right now.
Yeah, so we kind of led into that. So what do you guys think is the difference between a streamer and a content creator? Or are they the same thing? Or at the end of the day, are we just entertainers?
So every once in a while, I upload an evil meme. I upload a meme that most of my memes are funny, but some of my memes are very criticizing of other people. And I had it with vTweeters or vTweeters, people who claim that they are VTubers, but they don't really stream. And when I said that you have to stream to be a VTuber, in my head, stream or upload videos, not specifically stream, you can upload videos, but VTuber, you have the YouTube in the name. You have to be this tuber person who makes video content. You can't just upload memes on Twitter and call yourself a VTuber. It doesn't work like that. And a lot of people got really pissed off. People got really angry on both sides. Saying that, no, you should be any content creator can be a VTuber. No, VTuber is not a content creator. If you're a VTuber, you're a tuber. You're a virtual YouTuber. And YouTubers are naturally people who deal with video content creation, whether it's streaming or upload videos. If you're an artist who just draw, but you don't draw on video or stream, you're not a VTuber. You're an artist with a PNG. And you can be a PNG tuber, I don't care. But you gotta deal with video content creation. That's what I think.
Yeah. And I think that's one thing that people. Hold on, I need to sneeze.
Do it on stream. I want to hear. Be a
Yeah,
sneeze
we demand
tuber.
to sneeze.
You're a sneeze tuber now.
I'm a sneeze tuber, but I don't need to sneeze anymore because it went away as soon as I said it.
Oh no.
PNG my tuber. What? Yes, lady. What?
You jinxed the sneeze.
Like,
I jinxed the sneeze.
Like,
I didn't
when
want to
I thought-
suddenly sneeze.
When I thought of this question, so I don't consider myself a content creator, at least not yet. And the reason I don't is because I don't really I guess I don't make any content that has a, like, this is going to sound really mean to myself, but like has a purpose to it, if that makes sense. Like, I don't go back to my vlogs, I don't edit them, I don't try and I don't plan a lot of them in advance, which is why I don't consider myself a content creator. Like, a lot of my streams is really just me messing about and just, just having fun.
But it is content. You're creating content.
It is. Like, I think the reason I don't consider myself a content creator is because the content, quote unquote, I create doesn't have a purpose, if that makes sense. As in, not a purpose I prescribe to it.
Maybe you feel like it's not good enough. It's not high quality enough. You don't work hard enough.
Not that. Not so much that. Like, I am quite happy with like what my streams are right now. Like, I know it can always be better, but I am quite happy with where they're at. It's just that a lot of it's like hanging out streams, if that makes sense. Like, come in, I'm going to be playing a game, we'll chill, we'll chat. Whereas, like, if you were a content creator, you'll be creating videos and it'll be like a purpose, whether it's like a
I
clip show or compilation.
what you mean. Yeah, but that's also something that's very vTubery. The Zatsudan.
Yes.
Just chatting or chilling with the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, yeah, but like you go into Jat's chatting stream and you like have a plan to go into it. You know what I mean? Or you do a karaoke stream.
Not necessarily though. Many VTubers just sit there and chat with their audience, asking how's your day. I can't really do just chatting. They're weird to me. I need a topic list like here. But there are many VTubers, girls mostly, that I've seen that are really, really good at that. And that comes from the Japanese. You can see Hololive and Ijisanji girls who do just chatting only. They don't play games. Of course,
they're really good. There are some VTubers who only do just chatting.
Yeah, exactly. And it's content.
They're fantastic. It's fantastic.
Because there's some people who they don't do well with games, or they don't like playing games. And so just talking is what they really enjoy. So then I guess my question is like, how is that different from an entertainer? How is what we're doing different from entertaining people?
I think it's both. We are entertaining through content creation.
So like a subcategory.
Yeah, at the first, the basic thing is that we are entertainers. We're actors on this virtual stage. That's the basic of it. And our platform, the way we do it is through video, and not only video, but mostly video content creation. We also do art and song and music and such. And then have all kind of subcategories like V-singer or V-artist or V-tweeter and stuff like that. And if you want to go specific, then VTuber is the content creation, I think. The video content creation. At the end of the day, though, I don't think it matters. It doesn't matter if you're doing this or that. Whatever you do that works for you, and works for your audience. If you want to do it as a hobby, do it as a hobby. If it makes you happy, that's the most important thing. And if you want to do it as a job, then does it generate money? That's the most important thing.
Yeah, and I think you're right when you're saying like, if you're a content creator, you're a streamer, and that's also an entertainer, because I think at the end of the day, it just depends on what you categorize yourself as. because you are a content creator. You make content for people. You are a streamer. You're streaming it, and then you also are entertaining people in your own way.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you fall into all three categories. They're just different categories that are labeled by other people.
And streamers today, I think, is
And it's very much a.
I think streamers today is a much bigger category than that. It's not just content creating, because you need to manage a community, and you do art, and you do music, and you sing, and you communicate with other people, and you do a lot of stuff as a streamer. There's a variety at least. I'm sorry, Kuo, I cut you. What do you want to say?
I literally forgot what I was gonna say.
I know. The bane of collabs.
Collabs, yeah, it's.
I remember
many
I remember what I wanted to say like an hour ago. I played the Binding of Isaac this week. I played the Binding of Isaac, and I played the Binding of Isaac a lot. So I thought, how do I make this more interesting? So every time I got an item in the game, I went to Pixabay, and I looked for an asset that looks like that item, and I put it on myself. And I uploaded the picture to Twitter after that, and I looked like a monster with all kind of stuff on me. Let's see if I can find it. It was really funny. It made the stream so much more fun and interacting, more interesting, I think, to the viewers as well. And every time someone went in, they're like, "What the hell? You look like you did shopping in hell," with all the stuff on me. Let me find the tweet. So yeah, I think whatever you do, it's important to put a spin on it, make it more fun and interesting to everyone.
That's kind of the hard. Oh my! I gotta click the link. I mean, but that's always the hard part. Like, how do you find your way to make your stream just the oh my god?
Oh my gosh!
Oh my god!
It was also a long game. It was like 1 hour and a half, something like that. No, 1 hour, I think. And every time I got something, yeah, I just put stuff on me. It's really cute. It's really fun.
Can we get this photo on the stream? Everyone needs to see this.
I put it on my recording.
I feel like that's the hard part. Like trying to find a way to take your stream to the next level. You know, like just more than just you playing a video game.
Exactly.
Or
that's the creativity part. Yeah, everybody plays Apex. How can you play Apex in a unique way? And everybody plays Minecraft. How do you play Minecraft differently? It's actually something that maybe I play Diablo 2 a lot. And I find Diablo 2 streams, although I really love them, I find that they are my weakest streams. When I play Diablo 2, I feel like I lose viewers.
This is the photo. That doll is so cute. I want that little doll.
It's all on Pixabay.
Beautiful.
So
it's so
also
cute.
I kept everything in that picture on a folder. I said later I have a great folder for assets as a VTuber. But the main thing was to put a spin on the game, make it more fun.
There's definitely more fun. Cool. I feel like this is also very similar to every time you have an egg added.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say because of the eggs.
Yeah, I feel like this is more chaotic though. It's great.
It was kind of annoying at first to actually find a similar item, but there was so much.
Do you have a screenshot?
Oh yeah, give us a screenshot of your eggs.
I don't screenshot them. They keep happening.
You gotta go to your streams, find the most eggs.
Find the most eggs.
Probably gonna be the most eggs. Probably gonna be the one. I don't know if the VOD's still up. The one where I couldn't say the letter A.
It's there.
What?
I was there for that one. I think you were covered in eggs.
Yeah, that's still one of my favorite streams I've done so far.
It was because we had you.
Oh, it's still there.
Is there?
We were trying to get you to say the word VTuber, but you thought the word VTuber had an A in it.
Where?
So it's the last VOD at the bottom if I'm looking at my channel, right? I did a stream where it was a just chatting stream, but I wasn't allowed to use the letter A in any of the words. Let me see.
Where do you
But
think
it doesn't have
the VTuber had an A in it?
that. Oh yeah, in my brain it was spelled like that. vTuber.
It was so funny. But yes, by the end of that stream, Ku was just covered in eggs, and it
I
reminded me.
actually hit the egg limit on VTube Studio.
Oh, there's a
You
limit?
can have like, yeah, I think it's like 60 assets plus your model.
Wow.
So, Mimic, how many do you have in your photo there?
It's a good question. I believe I have 30 or something like that.
That does not look like 30.
Look like more or less. I'm not sure.
It looks like more.
Maybe it was more. I really stuffed. Oh wait, you know what? I can just look at the asset folder. I still have it here. It's multiple games, but I have 52 items in the asset folder.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, maybe it was more than definitely more than 30. Yes.
Yeah, it looks a lot more than 30.
Yeah, and I chased after items just so I can find more of them. And I think I have to do it right now whenever I play The Binding of Isaac. It's now a part of the how you stream it. It's a part of my
And
gimmick.
it's a part of, yeah. And I feel like that's one of the best parts, to make those little inside jokes with you and your community.
Yes. Community
Mhm.
inside jokes, exactly. That's great. Yes.
For sure. Because like they only understand like those inside jokes if they constantly come. Because then a lot of people will come in and they'll be like, "Why are you saying that?" Or why are they joking around about that? That's a serious topic. But then they don't realize that it's an ongoing inside joke.
And now that we
But
talk
I feel like
about
you
this,
also got to be
cool,
careful about that. Just to make sure you don't, lock new people out, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Don't
Because I think
alienate new people.
Yeah, because like I think we've all done that when you pop into a new streamer and they have an active chat and you just didn't feel like you fit in. And for your own personal like growth, I guess, it can be detrimental.
It's like a new class and someone comes into new class late.
Exactly,
they don't know what's going on.
It's a careful balance where you gotta make your community like feel like it's worth being part of, while not locking new people out.
Yeah.
I remember when maybe because it's been almost a year now since I started streaming as a VTuber. The first streams I had a lot more energy to deal with streaming quality. So I would put stuff on me and change my colors every stream. And if you go to my Twitch, you can see the short video that I have. The how do you call it? The highlight video of your channel. And it's like 1 minute where you see all different shapes and forms and colors and assets I put on myself and really played around. So an hour before I started streaming, I would just sit around and redesign my appearance for today. So I played a cowboy game, so I had a cowboy hat and guns and brown color. And I played a space game, so I had more white color and a space helmet and some space game stuff. And I would also make a thumbnail for the game with that stuff. Hey Arrow, yo!
Welcome.
And now, to be honest, I don't have energy to that. I don't want to deal with it. I don't make thumbnails anymore. Barely. I just start stream and deal with colors and items. I start a stream and then the first 5 minutes while people are gathering, I'm asking, so what should we wear today? And together we put stuff. I'm like, I'm sharing with the scuff and the plans and the backstage with the viewers. But now that I'm thinking about it and the word alienation, there's this theater style that uses alienation, where basically they would dress and change characters on stage in front of everyone. So, and the characters the actors will go on stage like, okay, I'm gonna play this character, and start dress in front of the audience, and change your character in front of the audience, and it's really weird. It's there's this concept of the suspension of disbelief as a VTuber, as a streamer in general. We all know that this person is not really a virtual character. We all know that Mimic in real life doesn't have a hat with a teeth and tongue. We all know that Nyx in real life is not actually half dark elf, half light elf. We all know that Kuwu, hopefully, is not a real egg in real life.
No, I am a real neck.
Well, some are special, you know. You don't unfollow.
Yeah. This is actually my real face.
Oh my god, bamboozled.
I'm not actually a VTuber. I've been a face streamer this whole time.
Imagine.
But you see, us VTubers, when people see that, when you see the Japanese VTubers, you get this perfect show where they are in character 100% of the time, and you don't see the scuff on stream, and everything is ready. And if you see scuff, it's embarrassing. It's really embarrassing for them, for the viewers, for the streamers. But in my case, I really break that. When I do a tarot reading, I show my face, and I do some face streams, and I have my community challenge right now is a feet cam stream. I'm going to do a stream with my feet, and people donate to that. I don't know why. Alnichi and Anton have a competition who's gonna donate more, and
oh my gosh,
I find it really funny, and they think I'm joking. No, I'm actually gonna do a feet cam, and you're gonna pay the price. Yes, I'm gonna put my feet on a controller. I'm gonna play a game with my feet. It's gonna be horrible, but you're gonna see my feet.
I was thinking of doing something similar to that too.
Do it.
I was gonna say, it sounds like something Kuwu would do.
Let's do a hashtag for that feet stream.
Yeah.
And in a way, it breaks the immersion. And I think in retrospect, it breaks the immersion in a bad way. You don't want to do that. But at the same time, I think it makes me different as a streamer, as a VTuber. And maybe I am trying to attract that audience of different people who don't care about that, who wants to see the funnies and the stupidness and the, like who said, buy a recorder and practice that on stream and do whatever you want. So in one way, I miss the beginning where everything was more planned and perfect and ordered and organized.
Mm-hmm.
But I am having a lot more fun now, I think.
I do feel like the Japanese side of VTuber takes that immersion. Like, they care a lot more about that immersion than, I guess, the Western half of VTuber.
Mm-hmm. That's what I think.
You look at big corpos like Niji and HoloLive, and like, it's basically a law. You have to stay in character.
Yes.
And like real life does not exist. Like, you are your anime character.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, you see like, sorry.
Go ahead.
Meanwhile, you see, I know Iron Mouse, and she does collabs with
Connor.
like Connor all the time. Yeah, so it's a VTuber with a face cam streamer, like just all the time.
But she is a VTuber, and Iron Mouse is a great example how she keeps in character and she doesn't keep in character. So on one hand, her character is this Satan. She's Satan.
Yeah,
she's this devil girl.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, she deals a lot with her in real life CVID, autoimmune system disease.
Yes.
And she
like
constantly jumps. Yes, she jumps between those.
Mm.
And Yanners as well. She just started doing some facecam streams again. After a long time of being a VTuber. There was a funny moment. People started telling her, remove the VTuber tag from your Twitch.
Oh my god, can we talk about like all those people using the VTuber tag on Twitch?
That's horrible.
Whenever
I do a facecam, I always put my PNG of a VTuber as well on the screen. Because first and foremost, I'm a VTuber. I think it should be there. People who use the VTuber tag without being a VTuber, it's scamming the viewers.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, literally just look up the VTuber tag right now and see how far you have to go before you see an actual VTuber.
Mhm.
Oh, actually not that far. But the first 4 are not VTubers.
That's horrible.
I need to see this. I need to see this
Like,
because I've
check
never
as well.
typed it in before.
Yeah.
But whenever I
there's
look
a fair
for
few now.
whenever I look for a game in Twitch categories, I also add VTuber as a tag. Amaranth, I don't know if you have it right now, but Amaranth and XQC, they use the VTuber
XQC,
tag a lot.
VTuber tag. It's his first tag.
Yeah. And they get reported.
Honestly-
They get reported a lot. But they also generate a lot of money, so you never know if Twitch actually.
I mean, when you're that big, Twitch can't punish you.
They won't. They can, but they won't.
They can, but they literally, they can, but it's terrible for their business.
Capitalism, exactly.
Mm.
So let's say I want to
Like they can't afford
let's
to ban
look
you.
for Dredge, for example. That's I learned a lot of tricks from Arrow on how to deal with Twitch. So for example, I go to Dredge, I can see a lot of people that don't have a model, or a lot of face cam streamers. So I want just VTuber, so I add VTuber to the search tag. VTuber. And also this is why when I stream, I usually put VTuber in the title. VTuber playing a fishing game and so on. And I see 4 VTubers playing that. And I see their models. I see how big it is, small, I see the language, I see a Korean person, I see it's much easier to see that. Oh, I see a Baboniku, that's kinda cool. I see a Babiniku tag, which is kind of a fanboy. He just wrote a term paper
Okay, yep.
about Babiniku, so it's kinda cool that I know what it is. No backsitting tag, anime tag, Korean tags. And if you search, I don't know, Binding of Isaac, you add the VTuber tag, you can see that. So instead of just looking for VTuber, you first get into the category that you want, and inside the category, add the VTuber tag. And then I see only VTubers who play that, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. I'm like looking through like the VTuber tag, but I only see VTubers. I don't see face streamers.
Did you use VTuber, the one you put, or because there's a space in there?
Oh.
And that worked a lot better.
Also,
yeah.
look at that. It's really
I see what
important
you
to
mean.
do this research on Twitch every once in a while. Binding of Isaac, there's 5 VTubers who play right now. Yu-Gi-Oh! Masters Duel, there's 16 VTubers who play right now. So naturally, it's a better game for VTubers. And the games have roughly the same number of viewers right now. But one of them is better for VTubers. That's really important. Actually, Binding of Isaac has more viewers right now, but only 5 VTubers. Well, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has less viewers, but 16 VTubers. So you need to really think that the game you play is not only a good game to play, but also a good game for a VTuber to play.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the first time I think of it.
It's weird because I see that and I'm like, well, that means Binding of Isaac just has less VTuber competition.
That's also a good point. That's also a good point.
Yeah.
That's always the question. Do you want more competition or less competition?
Yeah. I mean, it looks like there's a lot more people who want VTubers for Yu-Gi-Oh, but they also just have a lot more choice.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Whereas, like, if you pick a game that's not played by many VTubers, like you're gonna be seen as unique because you're one of the few people who play it, and so people are gonna want to come and watch that.
Yeah, because like surely there's say a VTuber who wants to, like a VTuber fan who wants to watch a VTuber play, I don't know, StarCraft or something that normally doesn't get anyone.
That's a good question because I feel like Diablo almost never
like
generates viewers
like...
for me. And
And
so
I feel like you're always kind of playing that balancing out in your head. It's like, yeah, this is popular, but is it too popular?
Error says you want to aim for the top 3 rows inside the game category and choose games between the 2nd and 6th row on the search category, so that they're not oversaturated and you don't need to scroll too down. So this is what I do usually. I go to a category and then
That's
I
a good
scroll.
thing.
Yeah,
That's a good plan.
Arrow told me that, and I scroll a bit down, just a bit, to see
Mm.
how, because I have an average of 10 viewers, for example, how much down people need to scroll. But if I go right now, I'm in the Diablo 2 Resurrected category. Let's say I really like Diablo 2. I want to see a VTuber play that. And I see first one is 100 viewers, then 87, 83. I need to scroll 1, 2, 3, 4 rows until I reach the 10 viewers. And then it really quickly reaches 1 viewer. And then it ends. There's some 0 viewers even. And there's no VTubers. I don't see a single VTuber play right now. Okay, there's 2 VTubers, I think. So if I play that, I will be out there. I will probably be the first VTuber in the list. There's 1 VTuber played right now with the VTuber tag. I will be the first on the list. But how many people who watch Diablo 2 also feel comfortable watching a VTuber? Because there's many people who cringe when you watch VTubers. Let's remember that the number 1 VTuber, if you look at followers, is Gura, and Gura has 4.3 million subscribers on YouTube. So
holy crap.
Equivalent that to PewDiePie or Mr. Beast with 100 million followers. We're like 4%.
That's true. That really puts things how
That's
niche.
a perspective. Yes, we are a niche.
Yeah.
We're small.
Like
and
we are a niche within a niche.
Exactly. Inside a streaming niche, we're a VTuber. We're a cartoon character. And there's many people who just don't want to watch a VTuber. That's cringe. That's weird.
Yeah.
It's like, why are they hiding? And cool, you and me are even more niche of a niche because we're men. And it's really hard to say, but many people who watch a VTuber want to see a cute anime girl. And when they see a man, they're like, why would I watch that? That's kind of weird. That's kind of creepy.
That's true. That being said, I do think that's been changing lately.
Mm-hmm.
I think so too.
With Shoto and Vox and other men VTubers who start. Although, I've noticed that
not even that. I honestly feel like it's more Hollow Tempest, because Shoto and Vox, they kind of go for that boyfriend experience.
Yes, that's what I wanted to say. But they do better than Tempest. They do much better than Tempest.
They do. I'm not going to deny that, but I feel like the tide's been changing for just male VTubers just hanging out and not going for that experience, because I don't think a lot of the Hollow Tempest ones do much of that. At least not to the same extent.
Yeah. I did a boyfriend experience stream twice, not too long ago, after Alnichi and Peony really forced me to do it, and I had fun. I had a lot of fun. They forced me, but I'm glad that they forced me because I wanted to do it for a while, but it's really cringe to me. I hate it. I hate girlfriend experience. I hate it so much. And I constantly had to mention to people in chat, remember, this is not real, this is virtual, and so on. I'm not really your boyfriend. And I had some people in chat who were down bad, and it was really fun having this control over, so I understand why these are the top men VTubers, the Incubus ones. Yeah, I'm really been thinking of rebranding as an Incubus.
Oh yeah, you did talk about rebranding last time, I think.
Yeah, I don't need to really rebrand. I just need to change D20 Mimic VTuber to a Incubus VTuber. Leave the model. Leave everything the same. Nobody will see the difference. Just start acting more flirty and more Incubusy. But then you bring yourself to a lot of the trouble that YouTubers deal with. And I think that's a good point, right, to go to a different topic.
You at least need a tail.
I'll just add a tail asset.
At least, yes.
A devilish tail asset.
Was there a tail? There's probably a tail hiding in there.
I have tongues.
Somewhere. Many. Yeah, one of those tongues could be a tail.
There are tails.
The for sale sign is a tail.
I feel like we kind of talked about this a little bit, but we can probably go into more depth. Okay, so this was actually this was a thought for one of our podcast names, is Behind the OBS. So behind the overlays, backgrounds, and scenes. How much time do you put into your streams, and how do you come up with your ideas?
When I started
I feel like
streaming, I did a big file with all the future ideas, and I said, "This is what I'm gonna do this year."
This year.
This year, stream ideas, and I have so many. I divided it into categories. So I have it's all the junk, all the links and stuff as well in that file. So it's a big text file with junk, and all kind of tags and whatever. Let's see. So I've playing games, and then I have subcategories like playing improv games, new games, old games, random games from Steam that I've never played before, games that I'm confident in, games that are new to me, collabs, party games, and then I have D&D, design stuff, story characters, play D&D with other VTubers, play D&D with chat, ASMR D&D, and many things that I thought I will never actually do, but I did. Writing, compose music, write short stories, write a book, translate my own books, things that do riddles, do writing seminars, reacting video. Actually, I didn't really do reacting almost at all. It's something that I knew a lot of VTubers do, but I never did them. Like watch-alongs or reading stuff on stream or community watch or food, maybe eating and reacting to food or user sent clips. I wrote that down, but I never actually did them. And there's all kind of others and music and stuff. And out of that list, every once in a while, I don't know what I want to do. I just go to the list and think, what could be funny to do? What could be fun that I didn't try yet? At the bottom of the list, there's tarot reading, something that I've done many, many years ago. And it came back out of nowhere. This is actually how Nix discovered me in a way.
Yes.
So that's something I didn't expect to do. So it takes a lot of time in the background to think of what to do and how to be creative. But sometimes, like, cool, the best way is to just jump in the water right now, because you first and foremost want to have fun. If you're having fun, the viewers will have fun. If you're not having fun, the viewers will not have fun. That's my approach.
Yeah, I feel like that's my approach too. Also, I just want to say I also have a to-do list of stream ideas. It's called My Conversations with Nix.
It's a good. He actually has really good ideas. It's just getting them to work. Like the great idea
is the hard part. It's just a lot of them are weird, and I know they can be done because I have seen people do them, or like I've seen people do very similar things. It's just trying to get the tech to work.
Because I think one of our first conversations was, does anyone know how to set up the Guitar Hero drums to games? And I had
I
sent
still
you a
haven't
link.
figured that out. Yes, I think I've also been so another thing I've been playing with is trying to find a way to play 2 games at the same time.
And
that one's interesting.
But it's just a bunch of ideas like that. But yeah, what else was I gonna say?
So that's a lot of how to do it. A lot of
yeah, and I feel like that's what most of my time spent with my streams is put towards these days, just figuring out how I can get these ideas to work. Whereas sometimes, and I know sometimes you do have to just jump into it. Like I remember when I started, like maybe my first month or 2, I planned my streams so much more than I do right now. Like I would try to write down like points or like, oh, these are stories I could tell on stream. These are the jokes I could make. I can do this. I can do that. I'm familiar with the game. When I get to this part, I'll do this. Stuff like that, you know?
Just
like really
smart way to prepare.
Yeah, like almost felt scripted. And these days, I kind of just like, oh, I'll have an idea. I'll get like a little bit more than the bare minimum it'll take to like actually make it function, and I'll just go from there. Like really just jump into it. And I feel like that's been a lot more fun for me.
Yeah, it is more fun. With Tart, for example, I don't need to prepare anything because you can't prepare. You don't know what the question that the person is going to ask. You don't know what cards are going to come out. So you have to improv between the question and the cards. But with D&D, I do need to prepare. I need to prepare maps. I need to prepare music. I need to prepare the characters. I need to prepare the monsters. Like the new campaign had a lot of work. It's like 3 days worth of work of finding the good maps and combining the good music and putting everything in Roll20 and scheduling with all the players and making them characters. And some of that I did on stream. A lot of that I did on stream, even with previous campaigns, which is kind of a boring stream in a way. I have from the last campaign, I have a big 8-hour stream of me choosing maps and editing them and putting them in the game world. And it's a lot of work, but the end result is that there is a stream. The characters just the players go into this prepared world with everything in it, and then you can improvise on that, and it's a lot more fun, like preparing the grounds for a play.
Mm-hmm.
So D&D takes the most work.
I can imagine deity takes so much time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that would take so much time, especially if you have like weekly campaigns too with different people. Like you have to constantly update that.
Yeah, so what I did with VTuber High, which had the 2 campaigns of VTuber High were more than 130 VTubers. I just prepared a big school and I put NPCs all over the place. So it's a big playground. And now the players, doesn't matter who the players are. They join the school, just go wherever you want, speak with whoever character you want. The characters have certain quests, stupid rom-com like quests, like I'm in love with that character, help me make them fall in love with me. And it doesn't matter who the players are, they can choose whichever quest they want. So I prepared it to match that. But now that I have the new Good Morning Sky Group Champion, hello. Now that I have the new campaign, the 6 kidneys with the 6 girls, and it's the same girls every week. So I need to prepare it to be tailored to them, to their stories.
Mm.
So I have a problem and find a creative solution how to deal with that.
Yeah, especially since you have so many people, you have to like constantly think about different situations, scenarios that you could come up with on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to think about that beforehand before you even go into it.
That's only because I have 12 years of doing that in real life. I think the biggest challenge is when people don't show up, when you prepare a lot for someone and then they can't make it. And you have to flex around it. And at one point, I just figured that this is how VTubers work. I think VTubers... I don't have a lot of experience of collabing with facecam streamers, but with VTubers, I feel like 50% of the time they will cancel for all kind of reasons. One of them is that VTubers, like I said before, are people who deal with a lot more mental issues than other streamers, and those mental issues come to play. They come to play when you need to collab, when we need to schedule. Many VTubers wake up afternoon, they stream until the early morning or late morning, and they deal with a lot of stuff. If they didn't deal with a lot of stuff, then most likely they wouldn't hide behind a character. And it's not true for everyone, but it's a lot of the cases that I met. You just need to figure out, this is how it is. You can work a lot, and then they cancel the collab, and then you have to play a game instead. Completely normal.
Mm-hmm. I think like having a backup plan is like really important with that too. Because like I know when it comes to like my streams, I feel like I plan a lot, but that's just kind of how I am, because I will make my schedule. I will think about like the games that I want to play for the week. Like I'll think about my day for that day. It's like, is it going to be a busy day? Is it going to be a nice and relaxing day? If so, like what kind of game do I want to play for that day? And like I'll think about it. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of in the mood for this game, so let me play it on Thursday or on Tuesday. And then like I'll plan out the collabs. But then when I plan out the collabs, I don't think, oh, what if this collab does not happen? Like, I don't think about that until it happens. Then I'm just kind of put on the spot of, oh, what do I do? Because this happened once. And I was like, oh, this is not good. I didn't think about what would happen if the other person's PC just did not want to work. Because it's not something that you think about. And you're kind of put on the spot of like, okay, what can I do? And it just so happened someone had asked me to play Phasmo a couple hours before. I'm just like, hey, do you still want to play Phasmo?
That's
So like
great.
just finding
That's
finding
really
out
good, yeah.
backup plans is really good.
Mhm.
But then like overall, go
I
ahead.
think
One of my favorite VTubers and greatest inspiration is Takanashi Kiara from Hololive. And I still remember they were very planned, all of them, but she's European, she's Austrian, she doesn't give a shit about plans, she does whatever she wants. And there was this one time that she was supposed to collab with Ina, I believe, and Ina overslept and she didn't answer. And Kiara was supposed to postpone the stream, but it was already scheduled and people were waiting in a waiting room. And she was like, you know what? I'm gonna do something else. And she sat there as a detective. And she started chatting with the audience, developing theories on what happened to Ina. Where is Ina? The disappearance of Ninoma Inanis. And it was a really fun stream, like 50 minutes of her, like even 2 hours of wondering where Ina is. Until Ina woke up completely apologetic and they did the stream. And I found it really funny on how you can flex
it's
around.
really cute.
Yeah,
That is really cute.
it's so original. And you didn't lose the audience that because you have responsibility for the people who were waiting for that stream.
Mm-hmm. And I think like as long as you can like figure out like what am I gonna do within this short period of time of my collab partner is not here, and you can continue your stream like nothing happened. I think that's what's really important.
Mhm.
Is like can you work with the scuff and continue on?
In a way, all of my gaming streams, I just call them game stream now. Because I used to say the name of the game that I'm going to play, which is smarter. People who want to watch the game can plan ahead. But many times, a game will not work suddenly, or some things change, or you know what, sometimes I don't feel like playing a game. I want to play a different game. So it's much safer to say, gaming stream, I'm going to play a game. I don't know which one. We'll see.
We'll see. Because like recently, since I've been on my hiatus, I've just been kind of like, maybe I should just come back for like one stream. Oh, but then like I don't want to come back and then leave again. Like I want, like as much as I enjoy a set schedule, I also want to be spontaneous in when I stream.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like another thing is like the difference between like as we were talking earlier, like Twitch and YouTube, like oh, spontaneous streams compared to streams that you've already planned.
Mm-hmm.
Like you keep on looking back.
There's a big difference between
like,
that. If I look at Hololive girls, they have a very strict schedule. Kiara streams every European afternoon, so it was really easy to me to follow her. Game Grumps upload a video every evening. For me, it was like 8 p.m. or something. It was very nice to know that every evening at this time I have a new Game Grumps video. But then Nyanners or Iron Mouse, which I really try to follow them, they stream completely randomly. There's no schedule. And Iron Mouse, she has a fair reason. Sometimes she can't stream because of her health issues. And it's really hard. The only way to know when she streams is to follow her on Twitter and hope that there's a tweet when she starts streaming.
Yeah, and just hope you're available when she is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And it's hard with all of that.
Yeah, so the consistency is really important.
What I've been trying to do mainly is to have a light stream schedule. So like I try to do 3 days a week, which to me feels light. And that way, if I feel like I want to do an extra one, I can just jump on. And that way people will have those streams where they're like, yeah, I'm going to be on at this time. And everything else feels like an extra, you know, like a bonus. And that's where I do my weirder stuff usually.
And I feel like that's a good point for the podcast and for my new D&D campaign, which is on every Thursday evening. The podcast is supposed to be Thursday. Sometimes it's Friday, but it's like a weekly time with the same time, and people will join that. And then the rest of the week, I can do whatever I want. I'll treat for games and variety and stuff and tart. So maybe the special
and I always make
activities.
sure,
Yeah, I'm saying
like,
that
I
the
always try to
special
make sure-
activities need like a specific time, and the things that are not that important can have a random time.
Yeah,
That's a good way to look at it.
And like I always try to make sure those extra bonus ones, they don't overlap with like my other streams. So like if I play like Dark Souls on this day, I make sure I never play Dark Souls on any unscheduled times.
I see.
So anyone who pops in and is always in that stream won't just get lost because they miss like a random bonus one.
I see what you mean. Like when I played a new game, I played Pentiment, and it was supposed to be only. I played it for the first time on Saturday evening, so I said I'm not gonna play it only on Saturdays. And then one time I really wanted to continue the game, so I played it on Sunday, and I felt like many people didn't come to that stream because they were ready for Saturdays. So maybe it was better to wait a week.
And then they'll come in. They'll come in next Saturday and they'll be like, well, how did you get so ahead? And then they'll feel like they missed out.
Exactly.
That's like, and there's so many games too that like, this is actually going to go into another topic we talk about in a little bit, is like games that you play on and off stream.
So with Diablo, for example, I have multiple characters. I have characters that I play only on stream. And then if I want to play off stream, I'll open a new character and play that character off stream. And then sometimes I'll say, hey, I played a bit of that character. I got some items I can transfer to my stream character and so on. And when I think about it, I used to watch Northern Lion play The Binding of Isaac for many years. And he once mentioned that he has a new, another save file for off stream. And I thought, how? After playing so much on stream, why do you play off stream? But sometimes you just want to chill. You want to, when you talk with other friends off stream, you want to play that to make yourself busy.
And you want to play the game without the pressure of trying to be entertaining sometimes. Because let's be honest, like most of the games we stream, at least stream majorly, they're games we love. Like I enjoy all the games I play a lot on stream. But the enjoyment I get on stream is definitely different from the feeling of what I have with the game off stream.
Yeah. I guess let's go into the next topic since we're talking about that.
I'll just say that for me, it's kind of the opposite of what you're saying, because I try to play games that I don't only... I mean, there's the obvious cookie cutters like Diablo, Binding of Isaac, Unco, hello! But there's also games that I feel like the stream is a great opportunity to play because I will never play them off stream. Like games that need voice acting. Dredge, to be honest, I don't know if I would play it off stream. It was a really great game for streaming because I could do voice acting of the creepy characters. And in the boring times that you fish or sail in the seas, I can look at chat and interact with them. There's some games that I don't know if I will play. Happy Belated. I'm sorry. It's never apologize. You were amazing. Belated? Happy Belated? What is he talking about?
Belated is like, sorry, I'm late kind of birthday.
Oh, I see. Happy belated. Oh, I see. Well, happy belated to you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm saying that some games that I don't feel like I want to stream on, I don't want to play it. So 2 weeks ago, I played Sky Roads, a game from 1993 that I grew up on. And I was kind of nostalgia here. I really wanted to play it. I would never play it in my spare time. That's a shitty game. That's an old game. Like, who cares? But showing the games to people on stream, you know, it will make me push myself. I really enjoyed the game. It was really, really fun. I would never play it off stream, though. It was fun only because I could show it to people on stream. Like, I want to show the people the childhood.
That's weird. Yeah, again, I'm like the opposite. Like, I feel like pretty much every game I play on stream, I'm like, damn, I really want to play it off stream too. But there are lots of games off stream that I play that I will never stream.
Maybe it's the different approach of using this as a hobby or a real as a full-time job.
Yeah, maybe, probably. And I do know there are some games that I've tried that I really enjoy off stream that I've tried streaming, especially early on, like in my first 2 months, and I realized, oh my god, I hate streaming this.
There's some games that just don't work for streaming. Thank you, Jera, for joining us.
So, like,
have a good one, Jera.
See ya, Jera. Like, the second game I played ever on stream, I think was Warcraft 3. I love that game. I adore it. Hated streaming it. Hated.
Why? What made it bad for streaming?
I felt like I couldn't talk to people, and I felt like I couldn't concentrate on the game.
I see
I
what you
felt
mean.
like if I needed to do one, I couldn't do the other.
Mm.
Whereas I don't know, like a slower, like a more simple game, like simple quote quote, like Undertale, I could do both easily. And by doing both, it makes it funner.
I find myself sometimes lowering the difficulty of the game intentionally,
Mm.
just so I can stream it better. Because if it's too difficult,
Mm.
I won't be able to be in chat. Dredge, for example, I could almost never look at chat. That was a problem with the game, because there was always something to do in the game. You were always busy with stuff, and every time I look at the chat, I bumped into rocks or I missed a fishing or something. That it took me a while to get used to streaming the game. But naturally, games like Binding of Isaac or Diablo that I'm more familiar with, it's easier to chat with, because you know when there's the openings that you can chat and read the chat.
Mm-hmm. Because when
Exactly,
it comes
exactly.
to games where like you have to put so much attention into the game, it's hard to pay attention to both your chat if they're very active and the game itself.
Mhm.
Because like you feel like your attention is not being sent to the right spot, because like you want to enjoy the game. You want to have fun, but at the same time, like you also don't want to ignore your chat either.
Yeah. Also, this is why I really love streaming puzzle games. I think it's my favorite puzzle games. There aren't many good puzzle games out there, but working on a puzzle together with the chat is very satisfying.
That sounds real fun.
It's
Sounds
really,
real
really
fun.
fun. I remember I played this, what was it? Something BBS. It's a collection of mini games that they emulate old, weird, cryptic video puzzle games. And last something BBS. And at one point I was like, you know what? Everybody who's in chat, come to voice chat. And it was basically 9 mods, I think, and me in my
that
voice
sounds
chat.
so cute.
And we all solved the puzzles together. It was so much fun. It was so breaking
I
the
remember
rules.
that.
Hmm.
I remember
think-
that.
Last Call BBS.
I remember.
That's the game. Last Call BBS.
Yes, yes. But yeah, I think remember you mentioned some voice acting games, and I just wanted to say, I think at one point I was streaming Yakuza 0, and I had the same issue with that. I realized I did not like reading long stretches of text on stream.
It's hard.
It's hard. Like, and the thing is, I normally like doing voices, like just in real life, and like just reading stuff out loud, making silly voices. I do enjoy that, but I don't know. It's like I did not enjoy it while I was on stream, where I had to concentrate on the game and chat and that.
Not everybody enjoyed it. Actually, I think it's a perfect segue for the next topic. What are your inspiration? Because like I said a few times today, Game Grumps are my main inspiration. And Game Grumps, when they have text in game, they read it in the most stupid ways. I love it so much. They have a long Danganronpa gameplay that I really love, because they read everything so stupidly, and they play all the Sonic games, the worst ones, and they voice act whatever they can in like the stupidest voices, and I love it so freaking much. What a man, Burger, hello.
Welcome in, everyone.
Morning.
So one of the first games I played morning. One of the first games I played on stream was The Dream Machine. It was an old not old, but a point-and-click adventure game that I had on Steam for a while, and I didn't find the time to play it. And I played it, and there's no voice acting, so I said I'm gonna voice act every character. It was so freaking fun. It was so much fun. It was very tiring, but very, very fun. And you look at the character and you think, what kind of weirdo voice or creepy old voice, what kind of voice do you give them? And there's so much creativity in it. And recently in April Fools, the new game came out, The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. And I wanted to play the whole game.
I've seen it.
I wanted to play the whole game, and it's a really good game, but it's a visual novel. There's so much text, and I felt so dead tired afterwards. But I did. I think like 5 or 6 hours, the whole game, read in voice acted. It was just fun. It was so much fun. you have to get used to it, to reading with voices, and not everybody likes doing that. But for me, I find the creativity. I feel like I'm doing the Grand Grumps, you know. I'm voice acting with people. It was really, really fun. I'm a game grump. I'm a Grand Grump. I'm a game grump.
Mom, I'm a Grand Grump too.
Mom, I'm a Grand Grump.
Imagine just going up to your parents and saying that, and they're asking, "What are you saying?"
It's like, what's a Grand Grump?
What's a Grand Grump? What is that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing.
What is that? Explain.
I'm playing Zero Escape with. Wait a minute, we're waiting. I'm playing Zero Escape with Arrow in a nutshell. And we're playing Zero Escape. We're playing the whole trilogy of games for like more than 6 months now. We're in the third game finally, and I'm doing the voice acting because Arrow doesn't like voice acting characters. But it's so much fun. And the first two games didn't have voice acting, and I felt like me and Arrow, we play the game and then we say nonsense and we just speak about whatever. It's like a half game, half podcast, telling stories from our past. That's the most Game Grumps experience I had on streaming so far. That's it's a huge inspiration, as well as Kiara is a big inspiration for me. And that's it. Who's your inspirations?
My two big inspirations are in terms of like pure content, like I want to create content similar to this. It's Hachama of all things. Her stuff is so cursed. Her stuff is so cursed. And I love it. I adore it. Like her cooking videos, it feels weird to say, but that's what got me down the VTuber rabbit hole. Like her cooking videos. That's beautiful. I just love it.
Those who don't know, by the way, check out Hachama from Hololive, Akai Hato. She's a wonderful VTuber.
Oh, I
wonderful,
think
wonderful.
that's familiar.
And the fact that so much of her streams are just doing like insane things that you get away with because it's like for content. And I feel like that's part of the fun. Like you do these things you would never do just like in real life. Well, I guess it is real life, but yeah, because you're doing it as an entertainment.
She's one of the closest thing to a psychopath VTuber.
Yes, I love it. I adore it.
It's
amazing.
She uploads some really weird stuff. One of the first clips that I remember of Hachama back in 2018, I think, is why feet are such an important currency in the VTuber world. As a joke, of course. Hachama is standing on a podium, and she says in Japanese, "I have an announcement to everyone. My feet, and she cries, "My feet." My feet are stinky. Ashigakaides. It's so stupid and it's hilarious. Stupid. And since then, VTuber's and feet have been this combination.
It's a thing. It's a thing now because of that.
Yes, and many people that I say feet, I'm gonna do a feet stream. People are like, why? Why feet? Feet is the most important currency in VTubing, and they don't understand why. It's like I'm really glad that Kukai mentions that. Because the classic VTubers from Japan, they are such an important rock in VTubing that many people miss.
Yeah, and a lot of them, because it's Japanese, they kind of get missed out now. Yeah, especially for people who are watching more indie small streamers and don't really watch that much like of the big HoloLive classic Japanese ones. Classic, that makes it sound really old. It's like 2 years. But yeah.
Actually, if you Google Hachama Fit on YouTube, you find so many funny videos.
Really?
Hachama sniffs her own feet on stream. Hachama accidentally hits her camera and shows her feet. Hachama makes viewers send feet videos to her. Hachama confirms her opinion on feet. Hachama reveals a secret about her feet.
Okay, less on the feet bit. It's more just being a creator and you just make stuff that just makes people go, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
I want that. I want that.
That's so. I. It's so interesting that people do that.
Because I could never just like, let's do a feed cam stream.
The thing I think,
But that's the thing. It's like,
yeah, it's,
I wouldn't do one
but you,
that much. But that, okay, I might. But that's more because it's like, now it's normal. Well, quote unquote normal. Because she's done it. So you gotta find the next crazy thing that you gotta make normal.
It's interesting that we make it normal too.
yeah.
Yeah. And there's also just a meta, from a meta perspective, I think she was one of the first ones. And for like a year or two, she was just like classic kawaii, uwu, cute, like Hololive girl. And then she did then she did like a full 180 into like absolute psychopath. And to me, that's kind of like, oh, really, just do whatever you want. Just have fun with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's never too late to change the content you make.
No, it's not. You can always change your content whenever you want. It's your own content.
Exactly. Like, and just don't feel stuck. Feel like you're stuck doing one thing.
Mm-hmm. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take I'm gonna go to the restroom.
You gonna pee?
What?
I'll be
You're
right
gonna
back.
pee.
She's gonna pee. Chat, she's peeing.
Someone, mod, please pin that in chat. Nick's gotta pee.
Pee that in chat. I found the video, I think. Viewer said, no, it's not that. Where is it? Kai Hato Fit Stink. Well, if you look fit and vTuber's, you'll find many funny clips. I feel like the Japanese vTubers are less serious and they can have more fun.
I think so too. I feel like it too.
Well, the Western
But
are a bit more, you know, they're a bit more serious. They're like, no, you can't do this, you can't do that.
Yeah, I feel so. Okay.
Sakai Hato lived in Australia for many years. Maybe that's why you like her so much as well.
Maybe. I remember doing some of her cooking videos. I would see the brands. I was like, that's an Australian brand.
Yeah.
I know.
She ate a spider in
Okay.
Australia. She bought some crocodile meat and cooked that. She did some crazy Australian things.
She put Red Bull into hot pot, I believe. Yeah, it was Red Bull.
The hot pot?
Yeah.
I'm back, by the way. What?
You are.
It's like the audacity. The audacity. I want to do streams like that. Just push the boundaries.
Mm-hmm. And she did. She angered the company a few times.
Really?
Yeah, because, for example, she did a review of hentai images of her.
Oh, I was gonna mention that, but I didn't want to talk. But I wasn't sure if I was okay
It's important.
to talk about
In a
it.
way, vTubers, we constantly talk about them as sometimes a problem. It's basically sex workers in VTubing, and I feel like VTubing today is split between two people. Either those, or let's say three. Those who are completely lewd, those who are completely pure, and then there's the mix, the half lewd, half say-so stuff. And I feel like in Japanese VTubers, all of them are lewd, but none of them are a pornographic lewd. While in the West, it's a gray area. Yes,
Yeah, it's half and half.
Yeah,
Yes.
In the West, I feel like it's more radical. Either completely say-so or completely porn. While in the Japanese, I feel like all of them can laugh about that. They can be say-so, but they can also laugh about lewdness. And Hachama really took that to a next step They have a lot of stuff from a lot of clips from Hololive and Niji Sanji where they're a bit more chaotic lewd, you can say. Wow.
Chaotic lewd's a great word.
It's interesting.
It's a really weird subject where I want to say something, but I don't really know what I want to say or how I want to say it because I don't want to hurt anyone, you know? Okay, I'll say something that's regarding the inspiration. I think my inspiration in general is the Japanese VTubers like Hachama who can joke about that kind of stuff. Hachama is not gonna she's not gonna put porn in her Twitter. She's not gonna. She's not gonna nude her model or take a picture of her butt or boobs and put it on stream. She's not gonna do that. But she will do a review of hentai images that her fans drew because that's funny. She will talk about her feet on stream because that's funny. Because it's so stupid. Listen, nobody who's sane would get off by feet because feet are stinky, smelly. You step on dirt. Okay, when someone, and I'm trying to not offend anyone, okay, but if you are sexually attracted to feet, in my book it's weird and it might be completely normal, you know, it's fine. But feet is like, okay, let's take it farther away. Let's say you are sexually attracted to buttholes. It's weird. Poop comes out of it. It's not. I am aware that I may be offending a lot of people, but I feel like if you're talking about buttholes on stream, it has to be funny. It has to be funny because nobody in there. Let's say you I don't even know what to say about that. I feel I thought like to cool before Nix when Nix was ping. It's man, I don't even know what to say here. I feel like the Japanese VTubers take things easier. They can joke about that kind of stuff. A lot more
chill.
They're chill. Like, okay, you said poop, pee pee poop. Okay, fine. This is getting unhinged.
Getting unhinged.
But if I say something, like if I post my feet on Twitter, people will unfollow me.
I mean, you have posted your feet in Twitter before.
And I get unfollows every time I do it. On the feet stream, I bet I will lose like 10 or 20 followers when I do it. Because some people think, oh no, he's a creep. No, I do it because it's stupid, because it's funny.
It's funny.
And those who don't get the joke is good riddance. That's great. My inspiration is those who can take the joke. While at the same time, my uninspiration are those who are too serious, who think, oh no, he posts feet, that's horrible. That's bad. That's a bad person. I'm gonna say it very carefully. In the last few weeks.
My God, Mimic has feet. He's a bad person.
My feet stink. In the last few weeks, Twitter drama found her way towards me in the like I'm doing my best to avoid drama completely. But every once in a while, in the last few weeks, Nix and I talked about this, I see drama posts. I see them go crazy and I'm like, no, I don't want to read this shit, but I can't. I just have to read. I have to see who's fighting who and why. And sometimes it's people that I know. Sometimes it's people that I used to follow. Sometimes it's people that I follow right now. And I always feel bad for them. And there's this big question. Do I intervene? And the answer is no. Never intervene in drama. No matter what. Never intervene. It's never worth it. But I always want to. I always want to put myself there and say, that person is an idiot. That person is correct. That person is just offending people. One person says, don't bully people. Block that person. You're just bullying people while saying that you never... Don't bully anyone in that list, but here's a list of people that I think I would have blocked. Like, come on. Chaz. Thank you for subscribing to Nix.
If you bully these people, it's not bullying.
Not bullying, yeah. It's...
yeah.
Thank
but
you
only
for
these
the
people.
Sub. Hello, Chubs.
Chubs,
Also,
welcome.
everyone hydrate.
Hydrate. Thank you for subbing to
Good
me.
morning to everyone except Chubbs.
We have a little discussion afterwards in someone's server, Kubu.
What? I didn't say anything.
I saw that last night.
Can I just tell them what happened?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just in Chubbs' server, I said good morning to everyone except Chubbs as a joke because it wasn't morning for her. And then I think Biggie said it's not morning for me either, and I was like, then how am I giving you your morning blowjob?
Who's it? Chubbs?
In Chubbs' server.
Jibs' server.
Unhinges.
And then Biggie came in. So Biggie was the guest, our second guest, I believe.
Second?
I think so.
Man,
Because
time
Biggie
flies.
was my first guest. Biggie was my first guest.
Wow, time flies. I feel like Biggie was
Yeah,
here
it's
last
been-
week.
Yeah, it's been going by really quickly. Who's starting Twitter drama already?
Cool.
I'm not starting Twitter drama. I'm Discord flirting.
Discord flirting.
The cool. Every time I see cool in the chat, I get reminded. Yesterday, Diana was bitten by a werewolf, and they wanted to communicate with the werewolf. Instead of "ow," they said "ooh." They howl "ooh," and she became an
Ooh.
wolf. She became a wolf. The wolf. It's a wolf that goes "ooh."
I mean, my name is literally just that. That's literally how I got my name.
Cool.
It's so funny how your name is, because there's some people who don't want to say.
Some people
The-
refuse to say it.
Yeah.
It's so funny. They'll see it and they just won't say it.
It really made me want to call myself Oni-chan or Senpai as a VTuber name, or Daddy or something like that, and then force
It's
people
like,
to call
I'm
me that.
stuck with it now. I'm stuck with it now.
It's so funny because there's still people. I've seen like people like, oh, can I call you Kai? Because I don't know how to say your first part. It's either they
It's
don't
like-
want to say it or they don't
just
know how
I know
to
they don't
say
want
it.
to say it. It's funny.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've been thinking they call it Kubo or Kai because I go with Japanese, and Kai is the name.
Yeah.
Kubo Kai.
Mhm.
Yeah. Look, Eva's fine. Like, I'm cool with Eva.
You're cool
Like,
with
that's
either.
why I have that second, because I knew some people would be uncomfortable with it.
Mhm.
Lord of I call Lord of Collection. I call him Lordo because Lord of Collection is such an annoying long name. Lord.
Yeah, it is kind of long.
Some people call him
Well, yeah.
Collection. Some Lord.
Mhm.
Inspiration.
I
Next, who's your inspiration?
I feel like I have one main inspiration, and I'm also going to go back to Corpo. It's Alvin Knox from Niji Sanji. And I think I've talked about this before. Was I do actually watch a lot of the Niji Sanji VTubers, but I think there's some who I definitely enjoy a lot more than others. I'll say it's Alvin Knox and Kyo Kaneko are my main people that I watch the most, and maybe Ike Evelyn. But specifically with Alvin Knox, there was something that he said that really just pushed me into wanting to stream. And it was during his membership streams, which I was able to attend. And he basically said, like, the reason why I stream is the same reason why you guys watch me. And like hearing that just like really made me think like that is 100% accurate. The reason why I watch you is the same reason why you stream, and that's also why I want to be a streamer. And then just kind of knowing like why I wanted to be a streamer really solidified what he had said and really pushed me into going into VTubing.
That's really sweet that you have this sentence. I remember
Yeah,
when
it's really,
when Gura started, and she's also one of my biggest inspiration. When Gura started streaming, there was someone who apologized that he donated like $5 or something. Apologized that he cannot donate more, and Gura stopped everything. Like, what? No, you don't need to put my like. Just you being here and saying hi. That's more than enough. More than I can ask for. And I've been saying exactly that. Whenever someone apologizes, that's something really weird for me. That people apologize for not being Pichan. Hello. People apologize that they cannot be in time. That I'm sorry I'm late. I'm sorry I didn't appear yesterday. I'm sorry I can't sub this month. And I'm going like, you don't have to apologize for that. Just say hi. That is way more than enough. It's unbelievable sometimes that people have been educated to think they need to apologize for not paying or not arriving in time. What?
I feel like that too. Like people say, "Oh, I would sub or whatever," and I'm like, "No, you don't have. You don't have to. It's literally pocket money.
Exactly.
I will survive. This is not a. This is a hobby. This is not a job."
No, it's not pocket money. I mean, every coin is very very welcome and very thankful. But it's like I had this person recently who asked me in DMs if I stopped streaming because I didn't get notification from my streaming and so on. I checked everything. I re-logged into everything just to make sure it works. And I told him privately when I stream. And he really apologized for missing the streams. Like, you don't have to apologize. Either you can make it or not. I know that you have. Fine. Oh, I wanted to ask you guys earlier. Do you sometimes intentionally don't stream while other people are streaming?
Ooh. I definitely have rearranged some of my streams to not overlap with other people because one, I either wanted to watch them, or two, I knew that they had a big stream that day. And actually another thing too, actually, is when I'm just gonna say it, when Kula asked me to be his mod, I said sure, and so I try not to stream at the same time he streams.
It's fine. You can stream. But you're like never awake now from my stream.
Sometimes. I'll wake up, I'll be there, and then I'll fall back asleep.
Okay,
and then I'll wake up again. And then I'll see there's 3 more eggs. And then I'll fall back asleep again.
Time zone really be messing us up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do feel like sometimes when I don't really have an example right now, but every once in a while I think, you know what? I said I'm gonna stream afternoon. So I can wait a bit and stream after that person finishes their stream and so on. Or someone has a birthday and like, I'll just I'll stream a very short stream and then raid them or something like that. I don't know, it just feels nice to do. More life being sleep deprived.
And I feel like I used to do that. Like I planned my streams around other people's streams at the start. Just so so I can catch at least some of their streams, or so I won't be like streaming at the same time as them. And people who our viewers who we share could watch both of us, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I feel like I've met so many streamers while I'm doing this right now that it's impossible.
Yeah.
It's literally impossible. Like, there is always going to be someone.
Someone streams always.
Streaming at the same time.
It's also a great question. Do you stream when everybody streams or do you stream when nobody streams?
I feel like for me at this time, no one else streams. So I'm always getting like the people who are either in the AU or the EU, but it's like not many people in North or South America because everyone is sleeping. Whereas like if I were to like stream at night, everyone is streaming because a lot of people I know are from either North or South America. And then there's just everyone there at once. But then there's not many people from either the AU or the EU.
Funny you mentioned that, actually. I try to keep at least one of my streams during my afternoon, because for some reason I know a lot of people from the EU or North America and they'll never catch my streams. purely because of time zones. Like I'll be streaming and they'll be waking up, getting ready for work.
Yeah.
And like I'll pop, and whenever I do that afternoon streams, it will just be all these North Americans that I know, they're just coming in. And it's like you're on, and they'll be like, you're on. I was like, yeah, because I'm Australian.
Would you rather 10 energetic dogs or 1,000 cats that really hate you?
Or 1,000. Oh,
Where
10
are they?
energetic dogs.
Where are
10
they?
energetic dogs.
Where are the cats? Are they inside with me?
So you mean 10 regular dogs?
10 regular dogs. Let's see. Let's see. Next.
We have the imposter syndrome, which I want to connect that. We have imposter syndrome. That's one of the biggest questions with VTubers. Actually, when I do tower rings, many times I tell people about imposter syndrome and they hear it for the first time. Let's give this definition. Imposter syndrome is when you believe that you're not really talented and whatever you earned is only by luck. You're a fake. You're an imposter, basically. And every moment, people are going to figure out that you're a fake and they're going to leave you. For example, all the followers I got are just fake, just coincidence, just luck. It's all from a raid. It's all followers from this one person. Everybody shares a community, right? Arrow and me share a lot of viewers. So when Arrow streamed, everybody will leave me and go to Arrow, and I share a lot of viewers with Nick. So when Nick stream, everybody will leave me for Nick. I'm really worthless. I mean, I'm only there because people want to see me collab with cute girls. Nobody actually is there to see me. I'm just an imposter. And once I stop collabing with girls, nobody will watch me. That's kind of an imposter syndrome.
It's also kind of like that feeling of just being second best. Like, yeah, if someone else, like, they're watching me because they have no other option.
Yeah, exactly.
To an extent.
But the thing about imposter syndrome is that you have to really listen to other people around you. Everybody has a negative opinion on themselves. Everybody hates their own voice. So you will need to really listen to other people. When people tell me you have a good voice, I don't think I have a good voice, but I start to believe that because a lot of people tell me that. When people tell me you're funny, I don't think I'm funny, but people tell me that a lot. I'm starting to believe that. When people tell me I'm talented, I don't think I'm talented, but people say that a lot, so I start to believe that.
You know, with the voice thing, I feel like I only recently gotten over that, like last week. And
no, I definitely
the only reason I gotten over it. Oh, sorry, Nix.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say the only reason I gotten over it was that someone mentioned to me that I sounded like Mr. from Niji. I don't see
You do.
And I'm like, oh, if I sound like someone from Niji, it must be possible.
You have a really good voice, and you do kind of sound like Mista when I think about it. And you have a great Australian accent, and the most important thing, you have great sound settings, which is really important.
Yeah,
everybody can have a good voice with good sound settings, which you can Google for free today.
Exactly, you can literally get, like, sound settings is not that hard. Like, it's very Googleable. Like, you just copy someone else's that they posted.
Relates to self-image, which is super important. Yes. So a good way to think about imposter syndrome is anorexia. Anorexia nervosa, the disease of not eating. You constantly think that you're fat. And there's this great advertisement, a lot of advertisement about people seeing their fat belly in the mirror, and then the mirror zooms out, and you see someone who's very, very skinny. But in their perspective, they still see this fat person who needs to get even thinner. So this is, in a way, imposter syndrome. You feel like you're never going to achieve what you truly deserve. Everything you achieved is you stole it, or it's luck. You never actually got the things that you deserve. And here's a cool thing I've been fighting with imposter syndrome for many years, and maybe that's one of the reasons I didn't become a streamer until only a year ago, because I still had to fight that. Watching a lot of videos about it on YouTube is a great way to understand it and fight it. And I want to connect it to the drama Twitter drama a bit, because while there's a lot of people who deal with imposter syndrome, there's also the opposite. A lot of narcissistic people in this community who believes that not only that they're not imposters, they are godsend, and they need everybody in the world to know what they think of that specific person and ruin that person's life. So that's how you come up with all kind of Twitter drama that many of them aren't really meaningful. A person got offended by someone and now they decide to ruin their life. And Nix, you remember the Twitter drama I told you about a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
It's still going.
Really?
Yes, those two people involved in the drama, they have stopped streaming, and they have made their entire life dedicated to ruin the other person's life. And they get so many supporters and proof and whatever. You go to their Twitter pages, it's only about the other person. They have changed their life from being a streamer to being, I'm gonna ruin that other person's life. And even if you are correct, even if that other person is a rapist or a cheater or a groomer or whatever, you have just made your entire internet persona dedicated to ruining someone else's life. Is it worth it? Is that who you want to be?
That's honestly insane.
Yeah.
Professional hater.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not even from the moral perspective. I'm like, where do you get the energy for this?
Exactly. Forget the moral perspective.
Yeah.
They might be wrong, you might be right. Forget that. You have become an official mud thrower. You throw mud at another person. You know what? You might be 100% correct. You have ruined your life. You're investing all of your energy in someone else. Leave that to the police. Leave that to the officials. Leave that to someone else to wipe their butt. Retweet something from someone else. But yeah, writing a tweet longer about someone, that's crazy that this exists. At the same time,
like making like 10 alt accounts, like Jesus, that's an afternoon. That's an afternoon. You can do something else.
You say that and I can think of someone making alt accounts to prove your point, and then people screenshot and your DM with someone that this is alt account.
Yeah, like that's a day's work.
That's a lot of work.
A day's work of you just being mad too.
And it's so much energy that goes to nothing. And this leaves the next door. You have imposter syndrome, people that are so timid and innocent and small that they can't even look at themselves in the mirror or listen to their own voice because they think they're a fraud. And this dual life lives in the heart of VTubing so strongly.
So then let me ask you guys, do you guys think you have imposter syndrome at the moment?
Yes, definitely. I still struggle with seeing myself as like a real quote unquote streamer.
I could know that Kuwu has imposter syndrome when the moment the Ku said that he's not making content or content that is worth something. That's one.
Oh no. It's not that I don't feel like my content is worth something. It's just that a lot of my content is made without purpose. If
that's the thing. It doesn't make sense. You have fun making your content. That is the purpose. But that's a way of imposter to think of this. I used to deal with imposter syndrome for many years, and the only way to fight it really is to learn about it and listen to other people. If you listen to other people who have imposter syndrome, like Cool here, it makes me see myself saying the same thing. Because I used to say that stuff on my books. I said my books are worthless. Nobody would read them. I say stuff like that. They don't have a purpose. There's no reason to do that. I said stuff like that. And seeing other people say that stuff really puts you in perspective. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Does make sense.
You
have to fight that feeling at every turn. Like, I know it's not true, but you just gotta fight it.
Yeah, we have also, speaking about fight, we have a fight in chat. It's not applicable to every situation, but I suppose if some people didn't call shit out, there is some very, very horrible individual wouldn't be exposed in the online context specifically. And Peony says, I agree, sometimes certain things are worth fighting. And I agree. Sometimes things
Yeah,
are
I
worth
agree.
fighting.
I
Yes.
definitely agree.
There's always some things worth fighting for, but it really is a question of like how long do you drag it out to, and then if you continue to drag it out, is it really a fight anymore, or is it just a play between two people trying to gain views?
Those two people, those two individual streamers that have been involved in drama in the last month. Or 2 months, and it's still going. I see they lost their followers, they stopped streaming, they lost everything, they have become professional haters, they do nothing but that. And this is the point that both of them didn't do anything illegal. They just hate each other. They didn't. And actually, they don't really have any proof that they did something illegal, but they do try to find proof by trying to deceive each other even more. One of them opens more accounts, and one of them is disguising themselves as the police and infiltrate the stream of someone else. And it's people watch that are like, God, grow up. Who gives a shit anymore? Okay, we get it. You don't like each other. Done. Block each other. Move on. It's that kind of point. Like I said earlier, VTubers are a small niche inside of a niche. The biggest VTuber is 4 million subs on YouTube. It's nothing. It's really nothing. Our dramas are so small and insignificant, but we make it like the biggest thing in the world. It's funny that we're talking about imposter syndrome and then going to narcissism, but it's really funny to me that these two opposites live in the same area.
Really?
And maybe it actually makes sense because narcissism might come out of imposter syndrome. Narcissistic people might be very self-centered and very what's the word? Not believing in themselves. That's fair, especially after the dust has settled away. I can see that some people definitely started VTubing to fulfill their sense of importance, and some people enjoy the fight. I do see, if you go that direction, I do see some people who don't stream. Some of those pre-debut streamers. I actually know some pre-debut streamers who never streamed at all. Never streamed, actually. They're always in this, more than a year now, they're in this situation of, I'm gonna stream very soon, but they never start streaming. You know what they did do? They get involved in drama and arguments and political stuff. In their as their VTuber's persona. And that's so weird to me. This is what you want to be, is your VTuber?
I also wonder too, like if they do that pre-debut to test the waters, and then they never stream, but then they come back with a new account.
I think they really like the title of I'm a VTuber. I'm pre-debut, but I'm a VTuber. This title that sounds cool, but you don't really need to work. You don't really need to stream as a pre-debut. So it's like, I'm working in this office, but you don't actually off. Let's say you got you're interviewing. You send an interview or a resume to a lawyer's office. You didn't even get invited to the interview yet, but you can already write down, I'm a pre-lawyer. No, you're not. There's no such thing.
Pre-lawyer.
Pre-lawyer. What's a pre-debut? What's a pre-debut? What is that? One day you will be a VTuber? It's your dream? Okay, you know what? I'm a pre-astronaut. No, I'm not. What's a pre-debut? There's no such thing. It's just bullshit. People put titles on themselves to get some love. There's no such thing as a pre-debut video. Either you're a VTuber or you're not pre-debut. I have a dream. And I'm saying that only because I see a lot of people who are pre-debut for more than a year and they still don't stream. So, okay, when are you gonna stream? Yes, when are you gonna stream? When?
Oh,
wow, what's the deal?
See, yeah, when you do it for like that long, it's really questionable. Like, okay, are you even gonna be a streamer, or are you just doing it for the title?
When it's gonna happen?
Yeah, when I started streaming, I just started streaming.
You on my Twitter.
I was pre-debut for 8 months. I did my debut official, a presentation on sex 8 months after streaming. I didn't call myself a pre-debut VTuber for a moment. Never. I'm a VTuber. I'm gonna do a flashy debut when I feel like it, but I'm a VTuber. I stream. Pre-debut. If you're thinking of pre-debut VTuber, think about the pre-lawyer, pre-astronaut. They maintain the persona while arguing about politics on Twitter. Yes, and it's weird. It's really weird. There was a Twitter fight between this VTuber and complaining and giving off an impression of help. It was over, I think, pizza. She was complaining about something, how she can't eat pizza. Oh, I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah. Not mention names, but
I remember this one.
yeah, they'll actually send it to next.
Pre-engineer.
It really comes down to how
Do we have
you
a doctor on the plane?
how do you react to the people who if you find yourself answering to people on your tweet individually, you're doing something wrong. If people don't like what you've done, don't answer. Move on. Like the worst thing you can do is start answering people individually.
And like, don't be so hung up on it too. Like that's another thing. Is like people are so hung up on like one individual topic when there's so many other things going on.
Yeah, trying to justify their actions. Well, their actions could be wrong, could be right. They came in a bad timing. That's the issue. Your actions came in a bad timing. There's no way to fix that. The only thing you can do is to leave it alone.
Yeah. Because you're basically at that point just adding oil to the fire.
Yep. And as hard as it may sound, some people out there just like to see the world burn. They would love to see you torture yourself.
Yeah, they really do.
Like, I dislike how Twitter, like, drama just explodes on Twitter so often. Because I love the platform otherwise, just as a way to, like, keep track and discover new, like, VTubers and everything. But I don't know, it's like, it's almost unavoidable to find someone who's in drama with something.
Yeah. Pre-engineers.
Like, I just want to keep track of the artists and like the VTubers I think are cool and like keep track of their schedules.
Just gotta unfollow the people that involved in drama. And it's unfortunate when someone is involved in drama that there's two people involved in drama, a new drama right now. It's really small. Probably we'll never hear it because it's people with like 100 viewers, 100 followers. One of them although is a person that I collab with in the past. And the other one is a person that followed me in the past, but I had a bad hunch about them, so I unfollowed them. I can't explain why. I just had a bad hunch. By the way, that person is also a YouTuber. Coincidence, maybe, I don't know. At this point, some people ask me, "Hey, I know that you're not streaming with YouTubers. I know you hate YouTubers." No, I don't hate YouTubers. I'm laughing about the fact that almost every single drama that I see on Twitter has a YouTuber involved. I don't know why. Is it coincidence? I don't know. I really don't know. I have a lot of YouTuber friends who are great. But I just find it funny. So yeah, I'm in this weird position where it's two people that I know, and they really have a bad drama between them in the point that if I like any post of one of them, the other will block me. And not only block me, they will put my name in a list for other people and tell the followers to block me as well. And that kind of forces me to not intervene.
That's that's an interesting way to put it.
I think it's just more like you only have so much time and so much energy.
Yeah.
You have to pick what you're fighting for, you know? And you just see so much petty drama. I feel and it's so strange that in this community you can see some of the most wholesome people, but also while at the same time on the same platform, some of the pettiest drama you can imagine.
If you start talking about politics as an online creators, you're digging yourself a hole you won't be able to climb out of. Dumb as decision. Treat this as a job, in my opinion. Also, Burger, politics is not necessarily country politics. Could be politics about Twitter. Could be politics about VTubing. Drama, in a way, of hating someone else is kind of politics. You're trying to convince people to hate someone else, which is also, I think, digging yourself a hole. And Peony answers, there are still some certain things worth fighting, advocating for, unless you are a corporate VTuber. There's nothing wrong with sharing, advocating for something that you believe in. Yes, but you need to know that there is a price to pay. For example, if you're a YouTuber, you will get creeps to DM you. Can I see your boobs? You will get that. If you are ready to live without consequences, go ahead. But dedicating your entire life to hating one specific person, I think, is a waste of time. People come and go. And the person that you hate so much, I don't think your viewers care about them that much.
Yeah, because if you're only just starting drama or politics, like you also have to consider like your community too. Like you're not the only one who's impacted, but they are as well.
Yeah. Oh, actually,
they're viewing all of it.
We can mention that that was very widespread. Naxtaku and the VShoujo girls had a big drama a year ago. Nax uploaded a video that he got permission to upload the video from VShoujo management, but the girls didn't get that permission, and they started bashing him on Twitter. And they had a big argument where they post videos and he posts video, and they post screenshots from Discord and he posts screenshots from VTubers from Discord. And it was a mess. It was a big mess for all of them. And I remember the apology that Nyanners released at the end. She said that she didn't notice that they were not only attacking Nox, they were also convincing their community to attack Nox. They were basically putting toxic in their community and destroying their own brand. And she apologized for that. And I think that's a really smart way of looking at that. You're not only ruining yourself, you're ruining your community and everything you built.
Yeah, you really are.
Your war is not necessarily something that your community wants to fight.
I think that is a very interesting thing to point out, that whenever you take a stance on things, you're also taking a stance for your community.
Yeah. And that's something like you have to think about, like, is this something like my community wants to deal with? Or is this something that I can just do behind the scenes that no one needs to know about?
And going back to imposter syndrome, some people might think it's okay because I don't have a community. All of my community is like random people. I don't have a community. But you have people who look up to you. You have people who watch your stream and they take what you say seriously. I remember when I started being a dungeon master in real life with children. First thing they tell you is that the children in the D&D club, they look up to you. And whatever you say, they take that as a Bible. Whatever you do, they will imitate you. And your viewers they take it seriously. You stand for something, that they will do it as well. And if you stand for protecting people, they will do it as well. If you stand for harassing people, they will do it as well. I see a lot of VTubers who bully their chat, heavily bully their chat, and then get bullied in return. But then they get angry that chat bullies them. You go to their stream and you see, oh, you bully your chat the same. It all starts from the streamer. I just mean, like, mainstream politics, especially when it involves divisive issue, isn't worth bringing into community. Yeah, basically, I think avoiding mainstream politics is might be smart. No, I'd rather quit VTubing if I can't advocate for certain communities that support. When I think about your content, Peony, I don't think you've been doing any hate towards specific people. You didn't.
Yeah.
The cases we're talking about are, I wish we could describe them more specifically, but you know what? I'll take a small example. So we didn't really talk about Harry Potter, the
Legacy?
Hogwarts Legacy, yeah. Wizard Unite is a complete shit game, but that got closed down. I never began to play it. I have a bad luck with Harry Potter games. Like, I can never make them work on my system. My system is too strong. This one I didn't even bother because of all the drama involved in it.
It's too powerful.
It's too powerful. The magic ruins my Muggle phone. because I really liked Pokemon Go, and when they released Wizard Unite, I couldn't activate it. So Hogwarts Legacy, there's a very big difference between people who advocate against playing the game and people who actually bullied the streamers who played it. Luckily, I managed to stay out of that war, but it popped all over the place on Twitter. You can't avoid that.
Yeah. You really can't. If something pops up and it's in your feed, it's really hard to avoid. Especially if it's like kind of like being shoved into your face.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can do your best to like avoid it, but at the end of the day, it's probably going to come back again until you either just close out your social media or you interact and leave it as that.
And lately, the don't show me that doesn't really work. I said don't show me that, show me less of that, and I still see the freaking thing.
It does not work at all.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys
Not
see
at all.
telonym?
It's literally useless.
Do you see telonym questions? Because I see recently the telonym questions. I see them non-stop. Someone answers 10 telonym questions. I see 10 telonym posts by the same person, one after another.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah.
Like telonym managed to break the Twitter way somehow.
Mm-hmm. Well, since we've come to 10 o'clock, what is everyone's takeaway from today?
Let's see.
What is one takeaway that you have from today?
Takeaway. You know what? I'll go with the one, with the last one we talked about in the imposter syndrome, which is how do I say that? Trust or listen to the people around you. You are who. No. Because people can say negative things about you. I want to focus on the good things. Trust the good people around you, I say. Trust the good people around you. If there's someone good around you who tell you good things like your voice is good, you're streaming funny, you're this and that, trust them. They know what they're talking about. They have a good perspective on you.
Mm-hmm. Cool. What takeaway do you have for today?
I feel like mine is that you're representing a community. Like, even if you don't feel like you have one, like if people watch you and they like you and they're your fans, then well, anything you do reflects on them.
Yeah, and they will echo it back to you.
Yeah, good and bad.
And they also represent you. If someone from my community goes and bothers someone else, it's in a way my responsibility. I educate. Let's say I raid someone. Get someone from my community to annoy someone else. What about you, Nix?
I'm trying to think. I feel like we touched about so many things, and I'm trying not to take a takeaway from like a prior podcast.
Oh, you can, if it's important. Recognizing shit people requires that you've known and dealt with shit people. Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, guys.
Mm-hmm.
When Nix rates someone at the end of the stream, let's be really annoying.
Right, feet.
I think for me, it's just sticking to your roots, like why and where you wanted to be a streamer. Like that came out wrong. Sticking to your roots and remembering why you started streaming.
Mm-hmm. Gonna drop my political opinion. Before we finish, what's your plans for later in streaming?
Later in streaming.
Yeah, Nix, what's your plans?
So I'm actually about to head off to work again. But I really hope, and this is like my absolute hope, is to be back either next week, like next weekend, if not the following week. So my goal is to be back anywhere from the 29th to the 6th. That is my goal, because I I would like to spend my birthday with my community.
Oh, that's nice. How about you, Cool?
That'll be really nice. Long term, short term. Short term, stick to my regular schedules. Finish the games I'm playing because I'm nearly at the end of both of them. Long term, I want to do more. I don't know, like do more editing of my stuff. Like actually start clipping my things. Have something that can be
Highlights for
more
YouTube.
shareable. Exactly. I feel like that's how most people do get into streamers. Like they watch a video of clips and then they check them out.
Also, let's give another shout out to Cool Kai. Please check him out. He has an adorable voice.
Oh, you
He's
beat
an
me to it.
omelette VTuber. The fastest shout out ever.
I was in the process of typing it.
I'm gonna stream later. Maybe I'll just eat something and then I'll start streaming. And I'm gonna get some games for my birthday. So I'm gonna try all kind of games. I have 8 games. I don't know if I'm gonna try all of them, but I have like 8 games.
Oh god, I don't know how you do it.
That's gonna be a lot. I have so many games I haven't played yet, but I want to.
I want to play all of them. It's so weird. I'll just play a bit of everyone and choose which games I'm going to uninstall and which games I'm gonna play more. But we're gonna start with Melatonin. We're gonna start with a rhythm game called Melatonin, which Alnichi bought me for my birthday.
That's gonna be fun. I think I've heard of it.
It's a rhythm game. I heard a bit, then I put it in my wish list and didn't look anymore.
That's fair. I know. There's so many games I put in my wish list that I can go and get it later when it goes on sale.
That's the wish list.
I need to really stop buying games. My list is way too long.
Mine is so long.
Also,
It's
listen,
so long.
everyone, our recommendation: play Abandonware. Old games from the 90s that were completely abandoned. There is some really good abandonware game. You can use the retro category, and nobody does that. So it's really refresh.
Ooh.
What is it called?
Abandonware. Games that have been abandoned. Yeah, sometimes it's really hard to activate them. You need DOS box and such.
I was thinking of doing a Kusa game. Oh wait, Kusa. Okay. Yeah, Kusa.
Yakuza?
Game stream. Like, yeah.
I believe they have all of them on Xbox Game Pass.
No. What's a Kusa game? Like bad game stream.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
You pick,
Oh, Kusa games. Yes, that's great. I have like 700 games or so on Steam that I never played. I'm never gonna play them. Sounds great for that.
Yeah, like I don't know if you guys remember, there was a game when I was in high school called Cat Mario, and I've been thinking of replaying it on stream.
Do it. Oh, we got hydrate and stretch. Thank you.
One last hydrate and stretch, and there goes my shoulder popping.
Woo! Who are we rating, Nix?
We are gonna go ahead and raid out to Evil Rulers, because he just started his stream, and he is playing.
Oh wait, what is Sonic
Nodia?
Is it an actual game? Noita.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Noita is very hard though. Be prepared to die infinite amount of
Very
times.
hard.
Nick's feet raid? Huh?
Yeah, that's the message. In the fashion of fate. Woo!
In the
Yep,
fashion of
done.
feet. Okay.
So thank you everyone for joining us. Next week, next Thursday?
Is it Thursday?
I don't know.
Yes.
You tell me.
Noita.
I believe so, as long as your schedule says okay.
Yes. So
My
next
schedule says
week,
okay.
next week, a Thursday, 12 p.m. on my channel, on MS Elboim channel, with a special guest. And we'll see you all next time. Thank you for joining us. Any last words?
None from me.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming on, Kuru.
Then let us raid.
All right,
There's
let's
no
go ahead
scream
and
like I do,
raid
but
out to.
I can scream. I
Typeson.
can scream.
All right, thank you, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.